doggy. That's my favorite part of the intro. It's so good. Yeah, so ye doggies, welcome back to episode 17 of the Mount Rushmore of Podcast. Where's the thingy? Okay.
Hey.
Perfect. This week, we're trying something different. We have SORIAH, who's been on this podcast before, and Bobby Pena, who's also been on this podcast before. And we're trying 3 different topics tonight. We're going to get into desserts, treat yourself activities, and hot takes that all 4 of us are going to do. And then we're going to have SORIAH and Bobby do their comedy movies, which was the recommendation from last week's guest, Jacob. So once we get through the intro, they'll hop into that. And then we're kind of going to try to like pick up the speed a little bit. And you have to be a little bit quicker in your defenses, especially with like desserts. I feel like people have a lot of strong opinions about. Hot takes obviously are meant to stir the pot. So, yeah, we're going to try to see if we can do a couple of not necessarily speed rounds, but like keep the pace up a little bit and kind of see how it goes. So, yeah, I think you guys hopefully you've listened to the SORIAH and Bobby episodes. If not, you should definitely listen to them.
It's valuable.
Yeah, very valuable. But both of them are Air Force buddies of ours. I'll kind of leave it at that because I feel like with these guest topics that we're doing, you really just learn a lot about someone. So I think your comedy movies are really going to let people know who you guys are. With that, I think we should get into everyone's week. So who wants to kick it off?
Well, I love hearing about Marcus's routine, so I'd say he should start.
Let's just get it out the
Me?
way, huh?
Yeah.
No, Marcus. Wait.
Yeah, Marcus. Yeah, Marcus.
Okay, yeah.
Ah.
All right, Marcus.
All right. Early in the week. Nothing. Just went to work. It was great.
I'm shocked.
Right. One of my old friends from college, we were roommates at one point.
They were roommates.
Decided to come up for the weekend, so I had kind of a party weekend, so that was a good time.
Ooh.
A lot of good food.
Feeling?
A lot
Wow.
of drinks. Oh, fine. Fine.
Jesus.
And then today,
It's not good right now.
you big nasty. I'm right now. I'm drinking I never bought Spindrift before, and I'm drinking the blood orange tangerine, and it smells.
That's like fancy LaCroix, right?
I guess, but it smells like piss. That's what it smells like.
So,
like straight up, like like the kind of pee that you take right after you had a bunch of B vitamins, or like a multivitamin. That's the kind of pee it smells like.
God. So the Spindrift brand, for some reason, it's not my favorite. I think I still prefer like LaCroix. I think it's the flavor of the Spindrift. I don't know. It's something about that brand that they do that I don't know. It just doesn't sit right on my tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's too tangy almost.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that because it's like real stuff
No, 'cause
instead of sugar
Waterloo
alcohol?
Well, like Waterloo uses real stuff too, and I think the Spindrift one like tastes like dog water in comparison.
Yeah, like I feel like Spindrift is like it gives like a syrupy feel in my like when I drink it. Like I don't know how it's made. I don't know if it's artificial or not, but like it feels like I don't know. It doesn't feel good.
Huh. Interesting. Maybe
Anyway,
somebody
not
just
to show over the drink you're drinking.
Yeah, maybe they just like chew up.
Get a better drink.
Maybe they just like chew up the fruit and then they just spit it in the water, and that's how they get the flavor out.
That sounds about right.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I'm down.
But it's like someone who just threw up and
Yeah.
chews up the fruit and then spits
Oh,
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, get the little
the
acidic thing
acidic,
going on. Beautiful.
Yeah, maybe it's got a kombucha-y, like, earthiness to it. You know?
Yeah.
Almost slightly fermented, and it's ooh-wee. Not great all the time, but alas.
Some of them are okay.
I don't
I don't
mind
know why
it. This one just smells like piss.
Yeah. You ever, like,
Perfect.
Yummy. What else? Friday, went to Portland for the whole day to hang out with the commander at wing leadership meetings. That was a real hoot. Took the dog.
oh, Mario's at the wing without
Yeah.
the wing, the touch point.
Yeah. I ended up
Did she
like
really?
well, she was hanging out in the car. It wasn't very hot outside.
Oh.
And I don't know, I left at like the meetings at like 11:15 and they went on until like 1 o'clock, but we just went and walked around base. Called Mammal and said, "Hey, come hang out with Margot."
Perfect.
And that's about it. Oh, today is like, it says that it's only 60 degrees here. I call fake news. And I went and did a run in the sun with like shorts on and was like warm.
Sun run.
Yeah.
A sun run. And I gotta say, I am very energized. And it feels,
It is. It really.
I'm
does.
like sun drunk.
It changes your life.
It really does. Yeah, I'm like sun drunk. It's great.
It's my
Hell
favorite
yeah.
thing.
It's like
Yeah.
the best feeling
Same.
in the world. I love it.
I'm probably
Yeah,
sunburned. I haven't
Marcus,
checked yet.
you're the only one that doesn't live in a sunny location now.
Right,
3 of the 4 of us do.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did anything else happen? I always feel like I end up missing something, like something important somebody might care about. That like I.
How's your
didn't even-
yoga journey?
Excellent. Oh, dude, that's a good one. I decided to invest in a nice yoga mat.
Hey, did you get
And-
the cork one that
Did
soaks
you
up all the sweat?
And let me tell you what a difference it makes. To like not have your kneecaps just feel like they're bursting
Mhm.
every second and it's not all slippery. So you're like in downward dog and your hands are literally like sliding and you're just like, please shoulders, hold on. Please just don't die right now. This new mat is as sticky as shit. That's great. That was made yoga
Yeah,
so much better. Not easier, but better.
Yeah, like when Carrie and I first started hot yoga, I got like these mats that like had like it's like a cork or like kind of fabricy top. It's not like straight up fabric. It's kind of wickery, honestly, but like
Oh,
yeah, it adds some traction. So like it's so like the sweat soaks into it and kind of through it, and
Yeah.
then yeah, like I'm not like fucking slipping and sliding all over the place all the time. So it's super
Yeah.
Can
nice.
you
A good,
wash
good
them?
yoga mat. It just kind of dries itself out. At least the one I have, like it doesn't really soak. It more just like lets things pass through it.
Hmm.
And
this one
can
you
wipe it
definitely
down
want to
with,
like wipe it off. Yeah.
Usually,
This
most
was-
places will have like spray bottles of like antibacterial like spray that you can like clean your mats off with.
Oh, I was more just thinking of like if it's like soaking into the mat, and then it's just like how long until it just starts smelling like the locker room.
Mine doesn't really smell bad. I've been using it for like a better part of 2 years now, and it doesn't really stunk.
You know, there's some people that go to yoga anyway, and that might smell better than the people that go to yoga. So
That's fair. Valid.
Especially in Oregon, yeah.
there's some hippies that forgot what showers were back in the 70s while they were taking acid, and they still haven't showered since.
Hell
Oregon
yeah.
Coast for you.
I'm not dirty for that.
You know, but the
Oh,
mat is like
anyway.
so sticky that it was like pulling like dead skin off the bottom of my feet and like hairs out of my
Oh.
leg.
Isn't that
Oh.
that's like what a mousetrap does?
Yeah. I'm
You
not
got the
mad.
mousetrap yoga mat.
Yeah, just had to clean it off. But yeah, it's not a fabric. It's just some rubber. I don't know, some fancy rubber that Lulu makes.
Interesting. Oh, it's Lululemon.
Everything is Lululemon.
See,
Lululemon
the
is
Lulu
life.
ones are nice.
Yeah.
You're in a cult.
Yeah, I'm a Lulu man. No shame.
All right. We all got our vices.
Mm-hmm. I just like to have my body feel like it's being hugged everywhere. All the time.
Oh,
That's
Eddie
a nice.
just sent us
I
a
know,
picture of
that's-
Bo.
That's a nice puppy pic.
Aw.
But yeah, that wraps up my little week, I think. Yeah. Soraya, you're next.
Yeah.
Okay. My week was actually kind of crazy busy. I did this thing where I fully overcommitted myself to like everything. And it
What?
all just kind of fell on
You don't say.
just 1 week. So I think I had at least one thing every evening after work this week, which was a lot for me. And then, but I mean, it was all good things. Like I got coffee with a few friends, and then I had dinner with a friend. I've been going to these hot prayer nights, which are just like we sit in a sauna, and do like go around in a circle and like prayer requests, and then we get in an ice bath afterwards. And I actually really enjoy it. It's been really great. And then I have a group I'm going through a book with on Thursdays, and then I have Bible study on Friday nights. So it was just a very busy. And the Bible study on Friday nights is like 4 hours long, which is great. And I love them, but also it's just a lot.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was Saturday. We did like a prayer walk around base. This is like a downer. And heads up, there was one of the soldiers on Wheeler out here committed suicide last
Mm.
week.
Mm.
So we did a prayer walk around base about for that and other things, and then had a very nice date night last night. And then church this morning,
Oh.
Palm Sunday. Yeah.
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 Oh,
A date night.
A date night. Yeah.
thought you could just
Well,
sneak that by us,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah,
You
you can't,
just
you,
slip
you can't just
in
blow
here.
through that.
Just slip that in casually.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
Can't
night,
say
and then I went to
that.
church. And anyway,
Yeah. No, it was good. No. Yeah, we've been dating for a month and a half now, I think.
This is
wow.
exciting.
Yeah, it was like pretty much right after the last time I was on.
Oh,
We went.
Was it the
went on, like, our
podcast?
first date.
I was gonna say they heard the podcast.
Yeah,
so
that's
they just had
absolutely
to,
what
they're
I
like,
did.
they heard the
Absolutely
conspiracy
what I
theories,
did.
and they're like, "This is it."
Yeah.
Well,
Was it
because
because
I had to go to that bonfire right after
Mm.
the podcast with you guys last time, and he was there, and they were like, "Why are you so late?" And I was like, "Well, I was on this thing," and then they were like, "Oh, what did you talk about?" And it actually did go down the conspiracy theory route, but
He's like, "Oh, she's
Uh,
famous."
Yeah, remember at the end where I was like slide into her DMs? Did he slide into your DMs?
no, no, actually, I think I only added him on Instagram like 2 weeks ago.
is he?
He
Is
finally
he? Is
earned
he
it.
in the military?
Is, but he's getting out.
The
In
military.
January. Yeah, he's Army.
Ah,
He's a
like that?
Black Hawk mechanic.
Oh,
Yeah.
good with his
Uh,
hands. Sorry.
Whoa. This is a family show.
Damn.
Yeah, no, so he's been pretty great. So we did just gonna move on.
Is your face red?
No,
Yes.
Okay, it's good.
For
Yeah.
sure.
probably I'm not looking in a mirror. I don't know.
That's great. Good for
yeah.
you.
Nice, that's
That's
super
exciting.
No, that's been good. So, yeah, church this morning, and then we did like a little group lunch thing afterwards. So, yeah. Week.
Heck yeah.
Work is work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Everyone's still
Bobby.
freaking out about the executive orders. So,
Oh, yeah.
I,
happens.
Feeling that.
I have a question.
mm.
This is my ineptness at religion. What is Palm Sunday or whatever you guys were talking about in text?
Ooh.
What is that?
Yeah. So basically, towards the end, the last week of Jesus's life, the Sunday that he goes back into Judea, he was fulfilling one of the prophecies from Zechariah, basically like that the King of Kings would ride into Judea on a donkey and then would be greeted by all the people. So Palm Sunday is talking about when Jesus rode into Judea on the donkey, and then all of the people in the same area that he was in when he raised Lazarus from the dead that was like the neighborhood that he went into the city on. And they like one of the things they do in tradition there is palm leaves. They put them all over the road so that royalty is not walking on like the bare ground, essentially. And so they laid all these palm leaves on the streets as Jesus was going into town, so that he wasn't riding this donkey into town on the bare ground. And then it basically just is the start of Holy Week, and then
Yeah.
Holy Week is ended with the crucifixion and then the
Easter.
resurrection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What
it's
if he
the,
couldn't
it's
find
the
a donkey?
Sunday. Huh.
Like, what if he showed up to Enterprise Rent a Mule, and
Mhm.
like they're like, oh, we only have horses. Like, he can't fulfill the prophet. Like, I feel
Well,
like
so he
there's a lot.
touches.
There's a lot
He's
leaning on
God.
one animal.
He's
So
God,
his
bro.
Yeah, he is God, and so he like
He could get a
sent his
donkey
disciples
whenever he
into
wants.
town to like go get this donkey specifically and bring it back out to him. So
Oh, okay, so there was a chosen donkey.
Fetch me this donkey.
It was just a
Yeah.
donkey. I'm just saying, like, that's very specific. I mean, I guess that's good, but what if somebody else wrote in like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of holes in this plan, but
well,
it worked out. It clearly worked out.
Yeah, prophecy fulfilled.
Then he died, but then he came back.
Yeah, exactly.
April Fools.
Betrayal.
Palm Sunday is normally just the Sunday before Easter. Yeah,
it's Passover.
And like you get palms. So
Yeah,
like you get pieces from palm trees. Yeah, we made crosses today, and like then it's cool because in the Catholic Church, you get your palms on Palm Sunday, and then the next year at the beginning of Lent on Ash Wednesday, all the palm that like didn't get used are like so the in the Catholic Church, the palms that you take are blessed by the priest. So anything that's blessed by the priest in the Catholic Church, you're not supposed to just throw it away. The like proper way to dispose of it is to burn it. And so they burn all the like extra palm and like pieces of palm that they find in the church from the weekend. They burn them all up, and then those are the ashes they use to give Catholics on Ash Wednesday at the beginning of Lent every year.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So the ashes we get are palms that have been crushed up and burned.
So I didn't pay attention in Sunday school because I did not know that, and I'm technically I'm a confirmed Catholic.
The more you know.
Oops.
Knowledge is power.
No, it's fine.
There you go.
I didn't know that till a few years ago, and I was like, wow, really?
So that's a good fact. That's a fun fact.
Fun fact. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Right.
I just didn't know what it was.
Right.
Yep. That's
All right, Bobby.
Oh, well, it's pretty much just a big old work is work thing. But here's the deal. All right.
Uh-oh.
There I was.
I'm strapped in and I'm ready.
Not last weekend, but last weekend or last Friday rather. So, about a little over a week ago, and I get text messages in the squadron group chat saying, "Hey, guess what? Everyone has to come in at 7 o'clock on Saturday, 7 a.m. full uniform." No emojis, which makes that means that something bad happened, and either it's like it's a P test or like somebody died, right? Like, or it's nothing good. So we all show up and we proceed to get, and like I'll keep it brief. But meandering is generous speech on complacency, and it's like 2.5 hours of briefs and speeches. And essentially what it boils down to is that people aren't getting CBTs done. That's it. But if we don't do the CBTs, we'll lose the war because the 607th, they're on the front lines, right? Training FTU. And as on to put a little cherry on top of that, our duty day got extended by an hour, and there's mandatory squadron PT 3 times a week.
Oh, that'll make
So
people motivated.
going, I know, right? I'm so, and
Dedicated.
I've started, and this is why I'm a bad NCOIC, but because our shop actually, nobody in our shop had any CBTs overdue. We all like, nobody's ever failed a PT test. Like, it's the one shop where everybody I know for a fact goes to the gym. So I've told people to start earning their punishment. So I'm like, all right, if you guys want to be complacent, you can totally do it now because we're getting punished for it anyways. uh, so, anyways, so yeah, that brings me into this week. On top of that, students are starting lives. This is the busiest part of the season right now,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm in the middle of an unfortunate trio, which is I'm badged, I am competent, and I am willing. So
Ah,
this entire week I've been on live missions with students, but the students can't go to the briefs or the debriefs or the flight debriefs.
which is
So
so.
it's all like it's all way above their level. So
I know.
like it's cool for me because I like, fighter pilot shit, but my days have been, no exaggeration, like 13 to 15 hours long. Like I'll show up at
Oh,
4:45 in the morning and I won't leave until like 5:30 or 6 p.m. Uh,
God, dude.
this has been like long ass days, and like it's like those are like it's just packed too. There's no downtime in that day. It's just constantly driving across base and executing or briefing or reconstructing and yada yada. Um, but then on top of that, like I'm the NCOAC of a shop. I supervise like multiple NCOs and a bunch of airmen. So it's just like on top of all that, there's all the shop duties. So my OIC at the end of last week, he just asked me like, "Well, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm tired, boss." Uh, I'm pretty out of it. And then when I'm not doing lives, we're doing SACTs, which is like the mission sims for the new WDs. So like those are also like I've briefed more as a instructor here than I've ever briefed in my entire life. I do
Yeah.
like an hour brief with them at the right before their sim, and then we do the execution, and then like I'll do individualized debriefs, or like if I'm doing the live missions, I'm doing a brief with them, a brief with the fighters, execution, a reconstruction with the student, and like a mini debrief. Then I go to the 4-ship flight debrief, and then I come back and we do a C2 debrief. So
Do you still want to be a pilot?
yeah, I mean that's the coolest part is going to the 4-flight briefs, because the flight brief, just because that's like you get to learn all kinds of cool fighter pilot shit. But bitching out of the way, it is really cool because I constantly get to see things click, especially during the debrief, because everyone bitches and moans about debrief. But like
the
I
best
love
part.
But and like it's like the students, because if you really take your time, and like I've been doing, as long as there's enough content, like I've been doing the full like IPE style debriefs of like contributing
Heck yeah,
factors, root
dude.
causes and shit. But
That's
like
what's up.
but like if you like the students are like involved in that process, like they're doing the reconstruction and like they're super into it, and they're like I think they get a real sense of like reward when they find out like, oh, that's the thing I did, and then we talk about like an instructional fix. Like it's very collaborative. And then like
That's
the other
good.
day I was doing a sim with a student, and he was really struggling with core commit picture on DCAs.
Rip.
And literally like he did it, like he like did core, he did the commit, and then he gave like a perfect picture, and then he literally like fist pumped the air and he's like, "I did it." And like I don't know, it's just like, so that's the good part, is like the days are super long, and honestly like the culture at that squadron, there's like a very small cadre of controllers that are like really pushing to make good students, and then everyone else is just really negative, which rightfully so, because you know Saturday recalls and extra duty hours and stuff. So like the vibes are just not immaculate, and the days are very long. But there's the silver linings with students and stuff. So yeah, that's it. Like my work has been my life just because of the hours I'm pushing. But got some
Damn,
leave coming
dude.
up here, and Carrie Walden is going to come move. She's going to be moving down here in early May.
Oh, that's
So
gonna be
that'll
great.
That'll be huge.
Exciting.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, so I'm extremely excited about that. That'll be really nice. Not just like, I mean, it'll be nice to have her around and to come home to, but also like it'll be really nice having like a teammate. That way I don't have to come home.
100%.
Like the dishes have just been piling up in my sink because I come home and I need to go to sleep like within an hour and a half to meet crew rest.
Oh,
And so like it'll be nice to have like someone during those long weeks to like depend on.
100%.
Yeah. So, anyways, kind of a bummer. All that boils down to extremely busy, and the active duty is doing active duty things. I'm definitely feeling it, and
Classic.
it's definitely making me. I haven't committed to staying another year, but I mean I have no other prospects right now, so I've kind of been playing with the idea of staying another year, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that anymore.
Yeah.
A lot.
I
Yeah,
feel
but sorry, go ahead, Marcus.
no, you go and finish up.
No, I guess the one other thing is that I'm still applying for pilot boards and stuff. So
Hmm.
hopefully we'll see. We'll see if any of that comes back.
Fingers crossed.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, imagine just instead of wasting 2 hours of people's time belittling them or like patronizing them with motivational speeches, you just called them in and then we're like, for the next 2 hours, go to your computer and work on CBTs.
Yeah, right. And like it wasn't
Just get after
that
the
wasn't even the end
problem.
of it. We had went back to the squadron afterwards, and like I don't even know what like the criteria that needed to be met, but we had to like work at the squadron for like another 2 hours. But our shop was like, we have everything done. Like everything that was brought up in that brief does not apply to us. So like, what do we do? And we just sat around
Oh,
for like another 2 hours waiting for whatever criteria to be met.
man, that's so
Um,
So
dumb.
frustrating.
and there's been some other stuff, like stuff with students and like, shit that always happens at Luke and at FDUs in general, like people making stupid decisions and like, I don't know. It's just the vibes are not great and people are very tired, myself included.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry
anyways,
to hear that.
that's all right. I knew what I was getting into when I signed. Like Luke's always been this way. It's never.
That's kind
It's
of,
all
yeah.
like I don't
Still
think I've
though,
ever
like,
heard good
It's
things
a
about
goat
it.
rope.
What the fuck is that?
It's a goat rope.
What is a goat rope?
I'll Google. Cause I'm the way I'm gonna describe it's probably not what. Goat rope definition. Here we go. Goat rope is a slang term with multiple meanings, primarily used to describe a chaotic or disorganized situation or a situation where something is poorly managed or controlled.
Oh, that's
That sounds like it's the 607.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yes.
Okay, it is a goat rope. I'm gonna use that.
It's a fucking goat rope here.
You
Yeah.
just buy a goat rope and show up to work with it.
So I was gonna say, you
like, this
should
is what this
gift
place
them
is.
one when you leave.
And we are gonna have. There's gonna be some like leadership changes soon, so maybe that'll make
Yep.
things a little
That's
better.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are getting. Oh, I actually can't say that. Just kidding.
Never mind.
Never
I know who the incoming is. So
Yeah, well, the world doesn't need to know, so let's skip that one.
yeah.
All right. My week. Well, work is work. We're all basically saying the same thing with that one. But bragging on myself for a slight second, and I never brag on myself.
Ooh.
I have won Civilian of the Quarter at squadron level, and it's with the group right now. So, woohoo! Come and get me now, Elon. Come and get me now.
They can't fire you now.
I know it is going to be one of my bullets this week. Yeah, so that's exciting. And then, yeah, I guess the best part of my week has been. Oh, what's up?
Does the award just say for herding the cats, the kittens, maybe?
No, it doesn't.
That's what it should say.
No, literally. Yeah, I could talk I could talk for an hour about that, but I won't. Basically, it's just pilots like not cooperating by trying to get into data link, but it's fine. It's fine.
Herding kittens. I get it.
They'll learn someday when they're in some austere location they can't see shit. So they'll learn.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
Until Bobby Pena gets in there, they won't.
True. Yeah.
I'm just data link dumb as the rest of them.
Yeah, you're gonna wipe. They're gonna Men in Black you before you become.
They're gonna wipe everything I know. Why is it kick that responding to me?
That's true.
It's getting enlisted.
Yeah, true. Dirty, rotten, little enlisted people. Just kidding. We're all enlisted. Well,
and rotten.
Not me. Sorry. I'm not enlisted anymore. I was. Yeah. Anywho, I guess best part of my week was the weekend. My dad does a crawfish boil every year. Yeah, it was super fun. So we went back to DFW for that. It was great. Spent time with the fam. A lot of like friends over at the house. So it was good. Good to spend time with people. Get to see everyone. Kind of decompress a little. This upcoming week for me is going to be quite busy. Yeah, that's basically all I could say about that. But yeah, today we woke up, went to church, and then drove home, and I basically slept the majority of the way home. So thanks to Eddie for driving.
Nice.
Shout
I
out.
conked out and I like woke up and my neck was in a weird position. He's like, "You looked really dumb while you were asleep." But it's true. My neck kind of hurts. So he's right. Yeah, other than that, watch the Masters tonight. Congrats to Rory McIlroy. Very impressive win. I actually enjoy watching golf. Maybe that'll come up later. We'll see. But yeah, that's about it for my week. Moving into likes and subs. Make sure you like and sub. Top comment. Did we have one? I did not check as per usual.
Here, I could.
I'm
keep
checking.
talking. Okay.
Well, you check. I just want to say that, like, I intend to comment every time I listen, but speaking to the length of the podcast, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to comment on this, but I need to listen to the end because you can't edit your comments on Spotify.
I know.
And you can't comment more than once either.
You can't. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I got this little comment in my head, but I need to listen to the end. But when the podcast is 4 hours long, it's a week later, and I'm like, oh shit, they've already made another one. They're not going to see my name.
I know.
All I'm hearing is a bunch of excuses.
There's no comments on Spotify.
Yeah, I can't. I literally can't get YouTube to work. It's been acting up all day. I think they're getting DDoSed today.
I'm on it. What does that mean?
Deny. It's a cyber attack.
Oh.
Disrupted denial of service. It's you can
it worked fine for me.
Yeah, it worked fine for me. Meow. It'll just like randomly stop working.
Yeah.
Like
anyway, regardless of the top comment, get in the comments if you want to.
By. All right. Check the Spotify comments again.
Oh.
Oh. Nice try.
What? No, check it. I think there was a cyber attack. You gotta check again.
All right. So on YouTube, everybody take one guess who it was.
Jack Ryan.
Way to go, Jack Ryan. And it says, I can't think of anything to put here that hasn't already been said for pet peeves or political gaffes, so I'll just leave you with an inspirational quote. Whatever you do, always give 100% unless you're donating blood. Bill Murray.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, and then we got one on Spotify. I wonder where that came from because it was posted just now, but it says, I enjoy this podcast. Then why don't you rate us, bro? Give us a 5-star rating then.
I do. I thought I'm subscribed. What do you want?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's different than rating.
How do you rate
Yeah.
by the episode or do you rate the?
No, I think you rate the channel.
Oh shit! All right, 1 second.
Yeah.
Well, you
X-rated.
don't have to do it now. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I'm being forced on. This is why you had me on.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
No,
Do your
I'm gonna-
work. While that's happening, Soraya, would you like to list your first comedy movie?
Yeah, I can do that. Let me pull up my list really quick.
Hell yeah.
Oh, well, I actually know my top one, and this is probably my top one across all movie categories except horror, because it's not a horror movie, but
I feel like I might know what it is. I knew it! I knew you were going to put The Princess
literally
Bride.
the best movie of all time. It fits into every category. It's so quotable, and like the comedic relief throughout it is just like up tier.
People
Inconceivable.
have like a very deep connection to that movie that I just don't understand. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but like people like it's like there's a lot of people that like this is the movie for them.
It is the movie.
I feel
Yeah.
you on that, Bobby. I don't.
We
Yeah.
we just watched it at work while I was working very hard, might I add. But yeah, we watched it at work.
Elon's listening.
Whatever. Actually, thank you for your everything you're doing, sir. Please don't fire me. Anyway, yeah, we watched it at work. I mean, I've seen The Princess Bride like a million times. I think it's a really entertaining movie. Yeah, marriage.
This is
Sorry.
what brings us together.
Yeah, that
today.
part's so funny. It's so funny.
Have
I
fun
think-
storming the
You know what?
castle.
You know what ruined that movie for me?
Hmm.
So I saw Forrest Gump before I saw The Princess Bride, and I can
Oh.
only see Robin Wright as Jenny,
Yeah.
and it pisses me off. So it's fine because Jenny, like, dude, don't even get me started on
Sucks.
Jenny.
She
Jenny
sucks.
sucks. She's the worst.
She's
but
terrible.
yeah, you know what? Forrest didn't deserve it, but whatever. I'm not gonna keep going on. I think it's Bobby's turn, but good choice. Good choice in The Princess Bride.
I did kind of forget that I was supposed to go next. I was listening to you. So to preface this, I didn't know comedy movies was. Did you guys surprise the guests with the little mini list here?
No.
No.
No, he told us.
Oh shit! Well, I totally blanked on that, and I wouldn't say I'm a huge comedy movie guy, and also I don't really rewatch movies often. So I'm a little weak in this category, but we'll see what happens. I'll go
You
with the
gotta
classic.
put one on here.
I'll go with the classic here. Superbad.
Yes.
Just
That
like
is
an
100%.
absolute generation defining comedy movie, like early 2000s. Just like every person my age I knew like loved this movie and quoted this movie, and like that's just like from the age of 14 to 20, people just could not get enough of this movie, and it's still great. Like it's
It's
a
so
legitimately
good, man.
movie.
It's 100% on my list. Like it's so good, man. Great choice.
It never really gets old. Like you could just rewatch it ton. Like
yeah.
it's one of those things where if you see it on, like you're just kind of locked in, no matter what you're doing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did it speak to you so strongly, we'll say? Because that's you felt like one of the characters when you like were in high school?
Yeah, I think it was a really like it's a really honest,
Yeah.
like kind of like honest in the fact that like they're all kind of losers, like and
Were you
everybody in high school.
McLovin?
Like in
I
like
don't know if I was more of a
Were you
Michael
Michael Cera?
probably.
Yeah,
more of a
that's
Michael
what I'd
Cera.
say.
But like
yeah.
I'm McLovin.
yeah, but like people in high school like they think they're cool, but they're all just a bunch of fucking losers. And like it just captures that kind of like immaturity, but that wants to be like you want to be a grown up, but you're so immature still. And I think it captures that and like the humor that kids have and stuff so well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Concur.
So good. Great movie.
Pretty good. Pretty solid. Respectable choice. My second one is Airplane.
Ooh,
Sick.
classic.
That movie's so stupid funny. Oh, it's
Yep.
great.
God, like
It's
jokes
just
per
so
minute.
like literally, and just like there's jokes that will fly under the radar for some people, and I think that's what makes it funnier.
Yeah, well, it's
Wait,
just
what
it,
is
it goes so fast.
what does the little girl say with the coffee? I like it like I like my
Oh,
men
like,
or
I
something.
like my
Yeah,
coffee
yeah.
black like my men. Yeah.
Yep.
And she's like an 8-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so funny, man. I don't
That
think
movie
you could
is
make.
it's so dense. Like it's just like,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's what you miss so much when you watch it for the first time because it's just like constant. Like there's no pause for laugh. It's just
No.
Yeah.
constantly going.
Yep. Well, and
I'm
it's
serious, and don't call me Shirley. Classic.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Literally. Oh, it's so funny, man. Yeah, Airplane's a great shout right there. It's a good one.
yeah. All right,
Oh.
Bobby.
So this is not a good movie, but it's one that I grew up watching a ton with my family. It's very quotable. It's Blades of Glory.
Classic, man.
I don't think
Just
I've
like
seen it yet.
again, like that early
What?
2000s era of like Will
Oh,
Ferrell
add it
couldn't
to your to-do
miss.
list.
It's pretty great. Honestly, like I don't know if watching it in 2025 if it'll land the same way. Like, I think it's one of those movies where when you're in your early 20s slash when I was in like my teens, like it's just,
Mhm.
it's funny. It's like it's Will Ferrell in the early 2000s. Like it's that kind of comedy, but I don't know, maybe it'll still click.
I don't know. I
So-
think you should watch it, Marcus. It's
Definitely
pretty
give it a
like
shot.
it's pretty
I
funny.
skipped it. I skipped it because by the time that movie came out, I was really tired of Will Ferrell because he'd just been kind
Oh.
of pumping out the same movie, the same character.
Yeah,
out,
it's
like,
definitely
Yeah.
in that,
every
in
6
that,
months.
Later.
in that vein.
That will come up again later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ha.
Anyway, my next one is
Ooh,
I knew
almost
you
put
were
this
gonna
on my
put
list.
that.
Almost put this on mine.
The Holy Grail.
Grain.
Just the Holy Grail.
I don't know. This one's another one where like it took me forever to be able to like sit down and watch it all the way through, but because it's so dense as well. And
Mhm.
when I was a kid, like I just didn't really appreciate the sense of humor as much.
Oh, for sure.
It is just fantastic. And that's another one that's just so quotable that like in so many different contexts.
Oh yeah. I always call stuff shrubbery.
Strawberry.
have you guys ever seen
That is like. Go ahead.
The Life of Brian? Or there's so many. I forget what the other Monty Python one is.
There's a ton of Monty Python movies and
So
shows.
many good
Mhm.
ones. I think Life of Brian is my favorite personally, but Holy Grail is great.
Super
Monty
great.
Python was great. Like I think because you kind of grow up with it. Because when you watch it as a kid, it's funny because the little rabbit kills people and the guy clicks the coconuts. But then like when you're older, there's just like again, it's like these super dense
You get all
like
the
British
jokes.
humor type kind
Yeah.
of jokes, and then it's just like they're kind of meandering, but that makes it funnier when you're an adult.
Yeah.
Like when you're a kid, you don't have the patience for it. But yeah,
Yep.
it ages
It
very
was
well.
just like 2 hours of not getting a joke as a kid. Like
Yeah.
No, for sure.
The other people around me are laughing, so this must be funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Which one do I want to do? I think I'll do role models.
Oh,
Hell
Again,
yeah.
just like I think this was one of the first movies I watched like when I probably was like, I don't know, I probably saw this when I was 15, 16.
Mhm.
And this is like I don't know why this movie was so important. I think it was just like it was that perfect point of like crude humor in the early because again like early 2000s a lot of like Will Ferrell like super crude movies. Like this was one of those movies where I was like I can't believe they're saying this in a movie. I can't believe they're doing this in a movie, especially with kids as like as part of the starring cast. Like this was a movie where it's just like I as a teenager, like it's just it's stupid. It's a terror like It's like stuff I probably wouldn't find as funny as a full grown adult, but it's like it hits you at like the perfect age at the perfect time. I was just like, I can't believe they're saying these things in a movie, and as a 16-year-old, I love it.
Yeah. It's pretty that's like I guess I didn't think about seeing it. I did not watch that movie as a 16-year-old, so uh,
I've had again, it's like one of those things where if I were to watch it for the first time as like a 25-year-old, I don't think I would like it nearly as much as I do now.
mm,
Right.
makes sense. Okay, my last one is Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
Ah,
oh my god, I can't
classic.
believe I didn't think of this.
Oh, that's so
So
good.
this one was like I mean I feel like I don't really need to say anything for this, but it's just one that like I know could not be made today, and it is just
Yeah.
so good. And from like a military perspective, like it is like cult classic military culture.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know.
It's so fun.
very quoted
Yeah.
in military circles. It was like for me, it was a perfect cross section because I was into military stuff as a kid, but I was also like a film student, and I was very into movies. So like it was definitely like hit my Venn diagram.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Marcus, any thoughts on Tropic Thunder?
Excellent movie. It's absolute banger. I saw it in the movie theaters, and
Oh,
if when God, what is Tom Cruise's character's name?
Oh,
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
It's-
I had no idea what
Yeah.
I looked at him and I was like, why do I recognize this person? I could not recognize who it was until the credits, and we were all just blown away.
Les Grossman.
Grossman.
Les Grossman, yeah.
Yeah.
that's it.
Flaming Dragon. Flaming Dragon. Fuckface.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then
good.
like that 20-minute dance he does at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like yeah, you look at it and it's like, oh, of course that's Tom Cruise. But yeah, when the first time you watch that movie,
Oh, yeah.
it does not click
No.
until
No.
he really starts talking. And then you're like, is that with the fucking forearms? Because he has like these like ape-like forearms with all the hair on them. It's like they're huge.
He's built
Like, he
like
looks
an
like
avocado.
Popeye. Yeah.
Oh,
So
Ugh.
good.
I will say though, it was
Right.
funnier when I was like in high school. We watched it recently with Liv,
Mhm.
and I didn't laugh as hard as I did as a kid or as a teenager.
Yeah.
But it was still funny.
That's
fair.
Classic.
So funny.
It's definitely my theme. Is like these are all movies I loved growing up, but like now that I rewatch them, with the exception of Superbad I think is pretty timeless. But a lot of
Oh,
like
yeah.
comedy doesn't age super well. A lot of, like comedy movies don't age very well. Typically, they just kind of get old.
Mhm.
But yeah, because I
Right.
think it's like comedy is such a pop culture thing, and as pop culture changes,
Yeah, and like again, like kind of comedy you like as a kid, as a teen, isn't necessarily the stuff you find funny as an adult. Like you want something a little different.
except The Princess Bride, that's timeless.
Mhm.
Yeah, finally, my last one. Love Pineapple Express. Another one of
yeah.
those that like I'll still watch this, and I still get it. I'm still into it to this day. Just like again, one of those movies that, especially in high school for me, like people just fucking like this was like a phenomenon, and it's
Yeah.
quoted. Like people just like everyone. Yeah, this was just a big deal in school.
You
Especially,
go ahead.
sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you and Wyatt both love Pineapple Express.
Yeah, he does. He does love this movie, doesn't he?
He loves it. Yeah.
Uh,
It's funny.
I feel like
Yeah,
I need
it's
to
funny.
rewatch it.
It's a feel good movie. It's just like it's
For
just a
sure.
very easy watch. It's like it's not super crude. Like Role Models is an example of a movie where you watch it and you're like, okay, this is kind of stupid. Like it's still funny, but like I
Right.
don't know, I'm kind of dismissive of it. Pineapple Express is just like it's just a good time. It's just very chill and it's just like very like it's just fun. It's a very fun movie.
Yeah, for sure. Good choices, everyone. Those are some good lists right there. Some
Can I-
deep cuts.
Can I give
Nice.
one honorable mention? I don't know if anybody
Mhm.
has seen this movie, but Bobby's saying role models. Really, I don't know why. It's like super bad. It's like super bad and role models mixed into one. Good Boys. Have you guys seen it?
Is that
I've
the one with the
Sounds
new
familiar.
the kids?
Yeah,
Oh, that
Never
movie
seen
is
it.
hilarious.
that is one of the funniest movies I've probably ever seen. So it's basically
went-
like super bad and role models, like type of humor, and like mixed together, but they're like 12-year-olds. I don't
Yeah.
know who let their kids talk like this for this movie,
I know.
but it's so worth it and it's hysterical.
I saw this movie in theaters with my friends, and we were like pissing ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like the whole movie theater was dying laughing. It's like, honestly, it's probably one of the only movies comedy movies that I've been to at the movie theater where everyone was dying laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It was dude, it's hilarious. I totally forgot about this movie.
Yeah, I think the only
Yeah.
other movie I've ever seen people laugh that hard in a movie theater was Deadpool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I feel like I've been going to a lot of movies recently with very interactive audiences, which is really nice.
Mhm.
I just saw Warfare 2 nights ago at the AMC over here at Westgate, and like that's a movie with a really intense sound design, and like there was a moment in that movie where no shit the entire theater like they got so startled that you saw the entire theater jump out of their seat, like all the heads went up about like 7 inches and then went back
That's
down. It was pretty,
hilarious.
and like I don't know, I love that kind of like people laughing along in a movie like that. It's just totally colors your memory of that movie the rest of your life.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Was Warfare good? I've been thinking about going
Yeah.
and seeing it. I just wasn't.
It was super good. It's
Okay.
the same director and same team that made Civil War, which was one of my favorites from last year, and it's definitely intense. And I would definitely say it's one of those movies you have to see in a theater because the sound design is just significant.
You're
And I
talking
don't
about
think
the Civil War, like the American Civil War movie that came out,
Yeah.
like the new one.
yeah. But yeah, it's one of those things where like definitely got to see it in the theater. Same thing with Civil War. Like one of the best parts of
Yeah.
that movie was its sound design, and like it's I don't think it's gonna hit the same way. I don't think, especially Warfare. I don't think it would hit the same way at home.
Yeah.
Then
That makes
maybe I'll go
sense.
see it.
Definitely recommend.
Heck yeah. And with that, I think we should move into desserts. Marcus, do you want to kick it off? All
Sure,
right.
since I'm the closest birthday person, it makes sense.
True.
Wait, when's your birthday?
Last week.
It was last
Oh.
Saturday, so we had planned the double
I
two
missed
guest.
it.
We planned the 2 guest episode as a birthday special, and you guys
we did say
bailed.
that. Oh man.
But
Well,
it's all
that was
it
my
worked
fault.
out
I will take
because
that.
Ah.
the guest we had on last week, Jacob, is brother from another mother, and we are born on the same day. So it's good to be
Oh,
best
nice.
friends
That
with
worked
somebody
out.
has the same birthday. So yeah, it worked out. But anyway, desserts. The number 1 undisputed champion of dessert is drum roll.
Drum roll. I
Carrot
think I
cake.
know.
Ooh,
Oh.
solid. Underrated.
I actually have
Yeah,
some in
it
the fridge,
is.
and I might go grab it and eat it.
That sounds so good.
It's a citrus one. I haven't tried it yet. I'm not sure that
Interesting.
I'm a believer.
Man, I haven't
Yeah,
had carrot. I
actually.
think the last time I had carrot cake was Peter Pan Market in Astoria.
That carrot cake's
I think
good.
that's
And
last time I
their
had it
carrot
too.
cake's dumb. Like it's stupid good.
That's the last time I had it too. It was last summer.
Yeah.
When we were all playing pickleball a bunch.
Yeah, same here. We grabbed beers and carrot
And
cake.
the carrot cake.
So good. Yeah, carrot cake. Good choice. Good choice. SORIAH.
Very solid. So this one, chocolate pie.
Like chocolate cream pie?
Yeah.
Or like chocolate
like
silk
pudding.
pie.
Chocolate silk specifically.
Fuck yeah.
You ever had for like
Dude,
Marie
it's just
calendars? That's just so fucking good.
okay, like good from like a store-bought perspective, but like if you have ever been to like a patisserie and gotten a chocolate silk pie from a patisserie, it is
Mhm.
A what?
they're
Patisserie.
like yeah,
A
It's like a
what?
Yes,
pastry,
like the
a
pastry place.
shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's different than a bakery because bakery has like savory baked goods too. Patisseries are specifically
Like
about like
desserts.
Like sweet
desserts.
pastry.
Yeah.
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 And
When
I
was
say
this
Marie
word
calendar, I'm
invented?
not.
Like
Hmm?
this
What?
year?
Huh?
Was that word invented this year?
No,
it's
that
not
word's
even.
been
It's
around.
like,
The
it's like
200s.
It's
hundreds
French.
of years. It's like probably a couple thousand years old, actually.
It's a French
The
word.
origin, I'm looking
calling
up
fake news right
the
now.
origin of patisserie right now. Origin.
Google patisserie,
It's
Marcus,
a
and
culinary
educate
professional.
yourself.
That's a real thing.
To do list for
Also,
Marcus.
Okay,
so
You are fake
Google
news.
says the patisserie originates from French, referring to both the craft of making pastries and the shops that sell them. The origins go back to ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome.
Suck on that.
yeah, good
And
fuck.
the shop type patisseries are coming from the Middle Ages and the 18th centuries. So
Yeah. So again, suck on that.
Fine, I'll mute again.
Did you know that Marie Callender's is not just a place thing that you get in the freezer aisle, but it's also a restaurant?
I did know that.
That's where I get
I
my.
did
That's what I'm talking about with the chocolate cream pie.
It's
Oh,
similar
yeah.
to like Sherry's.
It's yeah. Like I wouldn't say the food's super great, but their chocolate cream pie is like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it is literally like yes. Just yes.
Oh, dude, now I'm like thinking about my list and like having second thoughts.
How
Alright,
you
how
ready for
am
the-
I 34 years old and I've never heard that word? That's why I'm not a believer in this.
I don't know.
Because you're uncultured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you gotta.
I don't know what
Sorry.
to
you gotta
tell you.
I
expand your
blame
mind.
everybody else around me. No one has ever said that word around me ever.
Patisserie.
You gotta have some pastry lovers in
We
your
have
life.
some in Portland. You should go to one.
No, there you go. Nice one, Liv.
There's a really good patisserie in Portland.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Portland's got good. They also have good boulangeries and stuff. I like good
Excuse
French,
me?
like French. It's like a French like cafe sandwich bakery type thing,
Marcus knows nothing about the French, clearly.
No,
or,
no.
for food in general.
Or
it
their
seems.
craft.
I just know they're
Which we'll
snobby
actually we'll get
assholes.
to. We'll
yeah,
get
I was
to
like,
in the
he's
hot
also from
takes.
Europe, and everybody else in Europe except the French hate the French. So
Yeah, we avoid them like the plague.
I don't, but we
So
owe
does everyone
modern
else.
cooking to them, so you know you got to give them the credit where the credit's due.
Oui, oui. Sorry,
Yes.
that was
That was insensitive.
insensitive of me.
What are they gonna do? Run away from you? 'Cause that's what they like to do. When conflict arises,
Got him.
They're just gonna go on strike. Sorry. All right.
they're gonna burn down Paris.
Anyways,
They're gonna come get me now.
is it my turn?
It is.
yeah.
I guess.
The best dessert of all time.
Oh.
Flan.
I don't know, man.
I fucking love flan.
Maybe I haven't had
Mhm.
good flan in my life.
For I don't know, even the shit flan is good. Like the flan that you get in the little like pudding cup and like Mexican grocery stores.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And like yeah, I can't get enough. It's so delicious. I love flan.
Maybe. Well.
I feel like
Yeah.
it looks way better than it tastes, but I respect it.
Oh, it's
God
so
damn
like
it.
it's just not it's nice and it's not too heavy. Like I'm not a
Uh,
it's just nice and light and tasty.
can't do
And
it.
like wet bread.
Oh, I
Yep.
can't. Oh, if you don't like wet bread, you're gonna love my next dessert.
I literally can't. Like bread should not be wet.
Oh,
Period. Not.
all right. Well, anyways, I'm looking forward to my next round. Olivia, go ahead.
Okay. I gotta decide what one to put first. Well, since we were talking about flan, maybe the reason I'm not a big flan person is because I'm a fucking creme brulee bitch.
Ooh, I do love a creme brulee.
Creme brulee with fruit on top specifically, because the fruit adds a nice little tartness into it, especially if you've got like berries on top, little strawberry blueberry action.
Ooh,
I think
yeah.
it really ties in nicely. But a good creme brulee. Oh,
Here's a question / a hot take. Is creme brulee not just flan with a torch that's been torched on top of it?
Oh.
I
I
think
think
it's
it's a little bit more
different.
salt. It's a little more custardy. Like if you
Yeah.
flipped the creme brulee upside down and like took it out of the mold, it wouldn't keep its shape.
Right. Whereas flan's a little more gelatinous.
Yeah, it's very much more gelatinous.
So the difference is how much
Firm.
water you put in it,
No,
It's
it's
gelatin.
not
Like
water.
creme brulee is simply just custard
Or
with
liquid.
like a crystallized top.
Water.
Flan
yeah.
is Jello, basically.
Yeah.
Jello
but
with
like
condensed milk.
Bready Jello? It's like bready Jello. I don't like it.
Isn't it? I wouldn't say it's bready.
I
It's
would.
just
I don't
condensed.
know. If
It's
I'd say-
condensed milk and gelatin.
I feel like it has a wet bread texture.
Oh, dude, I can't wait. I
agree.
can't wait for my next
It's
one. I
like
can't wait.
solid
I
but
can't wait.
liquid at the same
You
time.
guys
Dude,
are gonna hate it.
pudding.
You guys are gonna absolutely hate the next thing I've done.
So good.
I got a picture prepped and everything.
Okay, that was my creme brulee.
Delicious, especially with the fruit. Love me some
Yeah.
fresh fruit.
All right,
Mhm.
Marcus.
All right, before I give my next one, I gotta give a score on this carrot cake that I'm eating right now. So it's from this place called The Naked Bakery. It's across the street from where I go and get breakfast every Sunday after yoga. And I wanted to just go check it out today.
Are they naked in there?
Yeah, super naked. And it's a citrus carrot cake.
Mhm.
And
What does that mean?
it's an L.
Really?
Really?
Well, what's the
Ow.
citrus in it? Is it just like zest in it? Like what's
So
where's it
I think it's
coming in?
orange. I think they just put orange in it.
Um,
It's like orange and lemon, so it tastes like a lemon cake with the texture of a carrot cake.
Oh.
mhm.
And when
I
I
can
want
see what
you're
carrot
talking
cake,
about-
Yeah.
You're talking
I
about
like
the naked
Christmas.
lemon.
is that not what I said?
You said the
You said the
naked
So the
bakery.
naked bakery.
Oh, my bad.
I've been to Naked Lemon. They have good shit in there.
Well, this one missed the mark. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not that it's bad. It's just like, why would I get a carrot cake and have it taste like lemon pie when I could just, or like a lemon cake when I could just buy carrot cake specifically
Right.
tastes like Christmas because
Yeah.
that's the fucking flavor of carrot cake, not orange and lemon.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
sad now.
unfortunate. I'm sorry.
It's
It
okay.
is.
that's a bummer.
I think I'll live.
Yeah.
I think I'll live.
I could see citrus being good in a carrot cake, but just very light, like the Peter Pan carrot cake with just like a little bit of lemon zest on top, just like a sprinkle. Like I could see that being good, but like I don't know. It's the nice thing about carrot cake is that it's kind of savory. You can't
Yeah.
you can't lighten it up too much.
It just,
Right.
Yeah. Tastes like Christmas. It doesn't need anything else.
Does it at least have cream cheese frosting on it?
Yeah.
That's all
That's
right.
good.
That's
Yep, yep, yep,
redeeming.
That's something.
I'm not gonna finish it. That's how I might finish it later.
Wow.
Oh,
It's just not.
well, I think I might.
It's just not what I was. That's not what I
Sometimes
wanted.
you're just craving a specific taste.
Yeah, and it's not hitting the spot. Okay. Next one for me is pistachio ice cream / gelato.
Dude, pistachio anything is fucking. I'm not a big pistachio latte guy, but like pistachio desserts they hit. They're nice.
Big fan.
I don't know. It's not my favorite flavor profile in a dessert, but that's okay.
Okay, how about licorice gelato?
Licorice is
Ugh.
ew. Fuck.
What
You're
the
so
hell is
good.
it? Like,
It's so
has there
good.
ever been one?
Yeah.
Do people do that?
I'm sure there is.
Most places that do
Yeah.
gelato have it, at least
That
on the
just-
Oregon coast.
That just
Never seen it.
put a shiver down my spine.
Never
Ooh,
seen a
ah.
licorice
Dude.
gelato with my own eyes.
Oh, so you do licorice and like an espresso one, and you mix them together. Oh my god, it's.
I think you got that last time we were at Sea Star
good.
Gelato.
Oh,
And
I was like,
yeah.
I was like, you're wild for that.
I do
It's
love
so
an
good.
espresso
Yeah.
gelato.
Me too. That's tasty.
Oh, I really like. That's how I know as a grown up is like I really started loving coffee ice cream, and that's like the only ice
Me
cream
too.
Coffee ice cream
I
is
get when I
great.
get. That's how I know I'm a
It's
grown
so
up.
good.
Same.
So good. You mix it with like a dark chocolate. Oh my
Sorry,
gosh.
even just like a vanilla, just like something to cut it. Like it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so tasty, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man, new topic for eventually, like home, like
Gelato.
desserts you make at home, or like like you buy store-bought ice cream and like mix it with a brownie. Like we need to do like home desserts. 'Cause I'm
desserts,
not
yeah.
making fucking creme brulee. You know what I mean? But anyway, well,
I'm-
obviously we're continuing with this one, but
I'm making myself a home dessert right now.
oh,
Making a little old fashioned.
Ooh.
oh,
Well, that's my little home dessert
rip.
these
There you go.
days. Well, again, I'm working at Luke Air Force Base. I gotta play the part, which is upping my drinking game.
Yeah.
True.
It's a requirement.
I gotta fit. I'm trying to play the role out here.
Look, as long as you don't get as bad as Capelli, you remember our class supervisor and his drink of choice at work?
Oh,
Yes. Do I ever?
you don't have to say names, but what was the drink of choice?
It was
God, it was like some like whiskey shit.
yeah. He would
But
mix it in his coffee.
Like Bailey's or something?
Yeah. Well, no.
I don't think so. It smelled
was
like
not
straight
Bailey's.
whiskey. Because one day he
Yeah.
walked by and he was like, "Don't sniff my cup," and we were like, "Why would
Literally.
you?" We were like, "Why would you say that to us? Because now we want to sniff your cup."
That's crazy.
You can definitely smell like the whiskey after birth
Yeah.
After
coming
birth?
off.
After birth?
The whiskey after birth?
The wall.
Okay.
Just coming off.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
dude.
It was pretty
It was
intense.
hilarious, man.
Yeah. He was an interesting
Not
guy.
hilarious, but like
Really
hilarious.
depressing actually, but like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's all right.
Makes for a good story 10 years later.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
For someone, I suppose.
Even
Yeah.
8 years later, for us, it's
Yeah.
still a good story.
Yep. All
All
right.
right, Bobby.
Is it my turn?
You're up. Yeah,
What?
Sarah's up.
Sarah's turn.
Mine
you're right,
is
my bad. I can't read.
strawberry, rhubarb,
Ah.
crumble.
Oh,
a
I
la
thought you were gonna.
mode.
Ooh.
Jeez, the
Uh-oh.
words just keep coming along.
I know, I was gonna say it's a whole
I
sentence.
thought you were gonna say strawberries and cream. Then I thought you were gonna say strawberry rhubarb pie.
Gotta Google this.
Strawberry rhubarb crumble with cream, or ice cream on top is so good.
What is
Yeah.
rhubarb? Like I know I've
It's a
had
plant.
it. I've eaten it. I just don't like. I don't feel like I see.
Isn't it
rhubarb
like a
in the
vegetable
store.
root?
It's like a
Root
root.
vegetable?
Yeah.
It's like celery, so it's a stalk.
Yeah.
But it's somehow sweeter and more bitter at the same time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of
never-
like it adds the tang into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never worked with it a lot, so I got no.
It's a
I love it.
vegetable.
I love it. And the
Rhubarb is a
strawberry,
vegetable.
sometimes I'll mix it with raspberry instead, but the raspberry flavor is much more mild than the strawberry flavor, so
Mm-hmm.
you get a lot more of the rhubarb notes when you do it with raspberry, whereas with the strawberry, it just adds a little bit of tang to the strawberry, and yeah, it's pretty solid.
It sounds lovely. I wish that's the one thing that sucks about Phoenix is that it's not very walkable. And like I would love to be walking distance to
Yeah.
like a good dessert spot.
Mm.
Get some,
Oh,
get some
for sure.
pastries. It's making me hungry for pastry.
Same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tasty.
Anyways, let me
I love a
get on my
good
back
crumble.
computer.
Crumbles are underrated.
True. Oh, maybe I should swap. Nope. Anywho.
All right, let me see if I can do this. Oops. Why am I not able to?
You gotta drop the. You can just copy paste it. You should be able to paste
Yeah,
it
that's what
into the
I'm doing.
whiteboard.
There we go. So feast your eyes on the best, my favorite cake in the world. And I'm gonna move it out of the way
It's
so
like
you can
the
see me
milk
type
Oh,
it.
I
cake
think
or
I know
whatever.
what cake it is.
Yeah, you do. It's the fucking best. It's called Tres Leches,
Leches.
which is it's like a vanilla bean cake that's soaked in 3 different types of milk. It'll be a whole milk, condensed milk, and evaporated milk, I think.
Oh,
And it's so fucking good. And usually there's
it's
a ton of
really
fruit.
good.
There's like usually a shit ton of fruit with it on top. And it's
Mhm.
like it's just so refreshing. It's usually served super cold. And I love tres leches. I could like, especially when I was like 13, I could house an entire tres leches by myself, like in one sitting, easily. I could still do it now. I just would feel worse, but
Worth it.
yeah,
Dude,
amazing,
Tres
incredible,
Leches cake is so good.
incredible. And like when you guys were saying you hated wet bread, it's like this is literally like I want a puddle. I want a puddle below the cake. Like if there's no puddle below the tres leches, it's not good.
I can't.
Oh, isn't there like okay,
Nope.
I'm gonna look something
Huh?
up. There's a thing called like milk cake, and it's kind of like the same idea. I'm pretty. Oh, it is. Just says
Yeah.
tres leches. That's what like.
Yeah, so
also
really it
comes
just
up.
means 3 milks.
Yeah.
Leche.
Like gag reflex is activated by this.
Oh yes, I was hoping.
It's so good. It's so good.
good. It's so
Like the
fresh
flavor,
fruit.
I agree on the flavor, but like the texture of wet bread, I genuinely no.
The soggier, the better. It's so good.
No, stop.
Do you
I might
not
actually throw up.
do you not like French onion soup either?
No, and I also can't
Because
do
it's
stuffing.
literally.
It's just soggy bread.
Do you want me to take this photo off of the thing?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. It's a real problem. It's unfortunate.
Oh, it's so good.
All right.
Anyways.
Yeah, good choice. My next. Let me see here. All right. The Italian in me is between tiramisu or a good cannoli.
Mhm.
I think I'm gonna go with tiramisu.
I think that's a good choice.
Cannolis, if they're done correctly, are some of the tastiest things. However, I still think tiramisu beats it out every time for me.
Tiramisu is one of those things. It's good even if it's done incorrectly.
Yeah, it's really hard to screw it up.
Like it's pretty dependable. It's a dependable dessert.
Yeah, like the coffee flavor and the the mascarpone.
So
Oh
good.
my god.
I
So
like
good.
it, but sometimes the way that they because it's just like coffee grounds kind of sprinkled on top, or is it like
Oh, it's
there's
cocoa
some kind of
powder.
okay, yeah, there's some sort of dust on top.
There's coffee like not paste. I don't know. I'm trying to find the word, but there's like there's a coffee element.
But whatever the dust
the
is,
lady fingers are dipped in coffee, which
That's
is
what it
kind of
is.
similar to wet bread type vibes.
Oh, just good
So-
cake and wet bread.
Sorry.
tiramisu is just like I don't know. Sometimes whatever the dust is on top, so you're saying it's cocoa powder, is a little like almost sandy, and so you're like it like throws off the really smooth
Oh, really?
texture of the rest of the cream or whatever is in there, and then you're like, whoa, what is this sandy?
Unsweetened cocoa powder is like that. It's kind of gritty and bitter.
Gritty. That's a good way to put it.
Really?
I don't mind the bitter.
I
It's
feel
the
like
grittiness.
I've never gotten the grittiness from it in a tiramisu.
Maybe I've never really had good tiramisu. I don't know. Could
I
be.
don't know.
Maybe they're not like sifting it. 'Cause
That's
if
what I
they're
was gonna
sifting
say.
it, that's
It's
Yeah.
normally sifted when I've had it, so you can't really. You get the chocolate note, but you're not getting the gritty cocoa powder.
Oh, it just depends on where you're getting it. I mean, maybe they're just keeping that cocoa powder in like a not ideal storage location, like somewhere
Right.
that's like maybe a little too warm, a little too moist, and like it's starting to.
The
It's
most
not as fine.
the most recent place I got it from was Gaetano's in Astoria. Gaetano's, however you say it.
Gaetano's.
Yeah, and it was like that.
Well, they probably make it pretty correctly, but yeah, Astoria is a moist location, so.
True.
What?
It
Well,
be
because we were
dripping
talking
out
about
here.
if it's like in a moist environment, maybe it's clumping.
That's not what I meant, but
He was talking about your moist location pronunciation.
yeah, no. Anyway,
My moist
Word,
location.
word,
okay. All right, sure.
Liv is
word
lost.
choice there.
We're done. We're done.
Anyways,
Moving along.
continue.
Oh. Yes.
I didn't mean to make it weird. I was just
Well,
anyway. I made it
you
weird.
Failed successfully. I'm just gonna say peanut anything cheesecake.
Ooh.
So like peanut butter cheesecake?
Yeah, like
Or like peanut
Peanut-
chocolate.
With
peanut chocolate, peanut butter, peanut cream. I don't whatever. It's just
I like
peanut
how,
cream.
like there's one thing you've paired
What
so
is
far.
peanut
Like what else?
cream?
What else goes with peanut?
What is peanut cream?
I don't know.
We're
Peanut
going
cream is
off
peanut
the
butter.
rails.
Peanut cream is just peanut butter.
All right. Let me. It's
I think you just
specifically. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory has a bunch of peanut cheesecakes.
Like a Snickers cheesecake with the peanuts on it?
Oh,
Sure.
gross.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
as
shit's
long as
good,
it
yeah.
has, like,
Dude.
so there's the peanut butter, chocolate cake cheesecake. Adam's peanut butter cup fudge ripple cheesecake.
I'm just saying, if
Who's
you're
Adam?
you're judging your cheesecake and saying like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake is like good cheesecake, I am judging you.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
I'm
Cheesecake
judging.
Factory
I'm judging
cheesecake.
you for not liking. What are you talking about? Their shit is incredible.
I like their cheesecake.
Yeah.
This is spectrum.
Get
you know, like,
judged back. How's it feel?
sometimes you want to. Sometimes you just want some
I will
little
sit on my
processed
hill.
trash. Oh, that's your hot
Judge
take.
at the bottom.
That's
yeah.
fine because then I get more cheesecake from Cheesecake
Yeah, and
Factory.
we'll eat. Bobby and I will be eating the good quality cheesecakes.
And,
All right. Well, okay. Now we need a breakdown of what makes a good cheesecake versus what is Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Like fresh ingredients, I think is like the number one, and your crust is also
They
super
have fruit.
Yeah, I think some subtlety and like the flavors too. Like I feel like Cheesecake Factory cheesecake is always extremely overpowering. Whereas
you
like I
got-
think if you get like some subtlety in a cheesecake, it's really
A
nice.
New
It's more
York
delicate.
cheesecake.
I just see. So
Literally-
you guys just like raw dog and cheesecake, like no flavor, just
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
dude. If
if
you have
you're-
a good,
Yeah.
a well executed cheesecake, you don't need a bunch of shit on top. of it.
you guys
Yes. Agreed.
are
if
cave
you
people.
cannot make a
There's
good
advertising on
New
the
York
hot
style
takes.
cheesecake, you don't make cheesecake.
I
If you
like
can't do a good
cheesecake.
New York style cheesecake.
I like cheesecake with shit all over it. Sorry.
This also relates to one of my hot takes, which
The shit makes it good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I would never just order plain cheesecake ever, not in a million
Oh
years.
my gosh.
I don't
You know what
hate
I-
it. I
You gotta
don't
grow
hate
up.
it. I don't hate it. It's just not worth the calories.
You know what I will
I
say?
disagree.
On
Yeah,
the
go for it.
Cheesecake Factory thing. Look, I'm back.
Uh.
I'm on the Cheesecake Factory thing.
It's
Okay.
incredible.
Have you guys ever been to Cheesecake Factory?
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it gives me the same feeling that Costco gives me. It's like anxiety
Right.
inducing.
Why is the menu so
Yes.
fucking big?
Because they don't know how to control themselves. It's it's
and-
quantity over
Hey.
quality.
Let me
Exactly.
say
they
though-
can't do
Bullshit.
anything good,
It's
so they
so
do all
good.
of it.
They
meat.
do everything so good.
Wait,
Oh my
whoa,
God.
Whoa. Wait.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Trash.
The
I'm gonna
best
freak out.
thing to ever get, the best thing to ever get at Cheesecake Factory. And if you don't, you're fucking wrong. You're wrong. Pasta da Vinci. Oh.
Never had
Sauteed
it.
chicken, mushrooms, you wouldn't like it. Onions, delicious Madeira wine sauce, tossed with penne pasta. Oh, slap that down, then you get yourself a little Snickers cheesecake to top it off. Ooh wee.
These Snickers are gross. Man.
We
And a strawberry lemonade to wash it down.
worship.
Strawberry lemonade, that is wild.
I can't.
So I don't think I usually like order really
So
anything
funny.
from their it's just like you get like 3 or 4 appetizers, a couple of good mojitos, and then you slap down a few cheesecake pieces. That's what you do there.
I just feel like Cheesecake, and I know you're gonna hate me saying this, but Cheesecake Factory is on the same level to me as Applebee's and like TGI Fridays. It's the same thing. It's just more
Really?
expensive.
I think
That's
it's a little,
wild.
I think it's further up on the totem pole
It's
than
fine.
I
those
don't
way
feel like a
further up.
notice. I really don't. I really don't feel like a noticeable jump in quality.
I feel like you
I'm
guys
with you.
are just trying to be trendy and hate on.
No, I
Cheesecake
just
Factory.
got like, I can,
Mhm. Mhm.
I feel like I have self-respect. Like
Here's
you know,
You
Well, I know
ever-
you and you don't.
is that I can make quality food at home than I can get at Cheesecake Factory for cheaper, and I'm not getting a good experience at the Cheesecake Factory, so
Yeah.
it's just not worth it.
Really, the servers
like what-
wear nice outfits though.
no, but like Cheesecake Factory has the same
They're,
vibe
like,
as like
fancy.
Costco on a busy day. Like Cheesecake Factory
Yeah.
to me is like anxiety.
I mean, they're cattle herding, but like whatever.
Like
feel-
somewhere
you
I
know.
think it has equivalent food is Applebee's, and like
But
Applebee's is
Applebee's
much
is
more
less
laid
stressful.
back. Yeah, it's less stressful. It's way more laid back, and they got the fucking dollar marks.
Why are you getting so stressed there? Like, are you actually cave people?
Yeah, why are you stressed?
It's just loud.
Yeah, there's too
It's
many
loud.
options.
It's
Too
busy.
much
Yeah, the
going
menu's like a
on.
fucking book. Like I don't know.
How
I
did
don't
you
like
guys
it.
ever make it as controllers?
I pick and choose my
We
stress.
can experience chaos at work. We need peace and quiet outside of it.
Yeah. Also, I
Oh.
have control. Like I get to control the chaos and at work. Like I get to make it better. At Cheesecake
You know-
Factory, the train is just off the tracks.
I feel like
all the
I
time.
feel like you would have a
I
point.
don't.
I feel like you would have a point if all of their menu items were just like scattered amongst each other. But it's like, oh, do I want a
They have
burger
it in
today?
sections.
Exactly.
There's
It's
too
like, do
many.
I want pasta
There's
today? Do I want a
30 of
burger
them.
today? Well, yeah, you just go to the section.
If you do
skip
everything, you're
else.
good at nothing.
That's
If you
why
do-
I told you
No.
guys what to get there. You
Their
get the
if you do
food is-
pasta da
everything, you're
Vinci.
good at nothing.
Their food is freaking delicious. You're crazy.
That's
I don't know.
That is crazy. Also, how often do you go to
with Cheesecake-
Cheesecake Factory? What's the closest
Literal-
Cheesecake Factory to the coast?
I think the last
Um,
time I went to
One in
Cheesecake Factory was
Beaverton,
in
probably.
Boise, Idaho.
Mm.
So
I think the
3 years
closest one has
ago.
to be the one at
It's a double
Washington Square
negative.
Mall. Yeah.
Hey,
I don't go that often, but on deployment, we went a bunch. We would order cheesecake and have someone go pick one of the contractors go
Okay,
pick it up.
deployment's
That's
different.
different. That's
Everything
Middle
is
Eastern
not
Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, I
That's a
loved
whole
it before
different
that.
thing.
I love Cheesecake Factory way
count.
before that. But
That's way different.
I mean, same. You ever been on a road trip and you're coming into a big city and they got a fucking Cheesecake Factory right off the highway and you're like, after a long day on the road, I'm gonna go wind down with some pasta da Vinci and a cheesecake.
I go to McDonald's, I get 6 McChickens, and I eat them in the
and
cab
this
of the car.
is
and I
the
keep
fucking
going.
guy who is judging us. For
Look, I
goddamn
have an open
Cheesecake
mind. This
Factory.
only reinforces my taste. Is that like I'm not
You
too
don't have
good
an
for
open
anything.
mind.
I'm
See,
not too
an
good
open
for
mind-
anything, but I have
You don't
respect
wanna
for
be-
myself.
An open mind would be saying, I am willing to have McDonald's because it's not that bad, and also Cheesecake Factory is kind
No,
of good.
I'm open.
That's an open mind. I have an
tried.
open
gave
mind.
Cheesecake Factory. I gave Cheesecake Factory a honest.
We need to
an
go
honest
again.
shake, and it
Yeah.
sucked. It's
We
not
need
that
to-
good for
we
the
need to
amount it
go
costs
again.
and the amount of stress it causes. It's just
Oh.
not
You
worth
need
it.
no. We need to
Apparently,
go
this
again.
is a hot take. So
This is a super
Yeah,
hot take.
apparently. Like, this is-
How
this is
dare
gonna be
you.
The most contentious part.
Yeah. Our friendship is hanging on by a thread right now.
It's just because the Cheesecake Factory.
It's hanging on by Cheesecake Factory.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to egg your house. I'm going to Cheesecake Factory cheesecake your house.
that's the only valid use for Cheesecake
I
Factory.
know it is. Yeah, at
cheesecake.
least you'll be putting it to good use.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hope your new
Anyways.
boyfriend takes you to the Cheesecake Factory, Soraya. I hope he does.
He would never. He's more opinionated about Cheesecake Factory than I am.
Oh,
Ooh.
well, I hope he takes you anyway. So you guys can
Yeah,
fight
well.
about it.
Well, no, he's not going to take her because they're not in high school. They're not like
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Cheesecake Factory is for
Not in
for
high
your
school.
fucking your
Oh,
senior
God.
your prom date too. Either that or Denny's.
These Sherry's in Oregon.
Yeah, Sherry.
Fuck
Yo,
yeah, I
they're-
love Sherry's.
Their pies are
do
low-key fucking so good.
Their pie
are.
is great.
Sherry's is good breakfast. I went to Sherry's every time before I took the AFOQT.
The loaded
Hell
hash
yeah.
browns.
Yeah. Good steak and eggs.
Anyway, Soraya, you're up.
Right.
Can't
Yeah,
wait
we
to
need to-
smoke whatever
We
you're
need
about
to
to
make
say.
this go quicker. We're getting too pissed. We're getting too
Alright.
pissed.
We're getting anchored on this shit.
Well, that's okay. This is we've already addressed this.
Okay, New York
Oh,
cheesecake.
God.
No explanation needed. We're good.
Yeah.
Moving along.
All right. Are we moving along? Do you have any more comments?
No, I feel like I already said my piece.
All right. Can you tell I grew up in Southern California yet?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I love churros.
Disneyland churros are the best.
Just like churros in general, or just like it's one of those things very similar to tiramisu to me, where even a bad churro is still good. Like it's still covered in sugar and cinnamon, and tasty. It's a classic, no matter where you go. And it's good with ice cream too. You can combo it with a lot of different stuff.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Anyways.
True.
Like a
Good
stout.
choice.
That's all I
Well,
gotta say.
George has a churro stout right now, and it is.
All right.
A churro stout.
On the
Mhm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
on the cheesecake. Oops, sopapilla
Oh,
cheesecake.
sopapilla. Good shit.
Fuck yeah, that's a homemade dessert that I make, but it's so good,
Yeah.
man. I really only have it on occasion, but so tasty.
Yeah, it's super delicious. It's like
That's all
it's
I have to
heavy.
say.
You'll
Yeah,
go to
it's
bed
so
after eating it,
dense.
but like it's so good.
Yeah. All right, Marcus.
So my last one, I'm actually not a big dessert person. So this last one, I feel like is kind of a throwaway for me. I'm just trying to think of like what desserts I've had recently that were enjoyable. And I'm gonna go, and you guys will have to tell me if. So Noni's has the panna cotta with like this
Yes.
berry reduction jam thing.
It's a raspberry compote. Yeah.
Yeah, like is
So
panna
good.
cotta always that good, or is it just that they have an especially good one?
Panna cotta is pretty solid through and through. It's a fantastic dessert.
Okay.
It's so good.
Panna cotta with tart
The berries.
jam. I don't know what it's, sauce.
Yeah.
It's called a compote.
I think it's the raspberry, but they add maybe they add like citric acid into it or something.
No,
Is it?
they cook it on a low heat for a long time and a lot of sugar, and it turns into
God.
it turns it into a paste, or not like a paste, like a sauce.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it's like thicker.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, I
super
mean,
good.
So good.
I don't really know that I would care what. It just has to be tart, right? Because it's just such a smooth,
Yeah,
Kind
panna
of,
cotta is
yeah.
so sweet.
and it's like sweet but also dull. I don't know how to, like, it's just one flavor and it doesn't
Mhm.
change at all. It just hits your mouth and that's the flavor. It never changes. I feel like you just need
Yeah.
a little something to
Yeah,
give it a
That's
poke.
really nice.
for sure. That was an honorable mention on my list.
By the time you get to the
Panna
bottom of the dish, it's like a nice soupy, like everything's like
Oh,
combined really
perfectly
nicely.
mixed.
Yeah.
So good. All right, Soraya.
Okay. This one is a Danish dessert. Ugh.
You're making this
It's
word
called-
up.
I just can't type it correctly. I'm just gonna do the it's a loose translation, but it's like a what's it called? It's a kind of a red berry pudding. Jeez, I literally cannot type today.
Veggie berry.
With
That's Dana.
cream. And so it's like it's almost like a jam, but not quite that consistent. Like it's a different consistency. With like a really fresh sweet cream,
Mhm.
and it is just so good. It
Hmm.
is. Yeah. I was gonna try and do like the actual Danish name, but it's fine.
It's freaky deaky Dutch. Oh, are they Dutch? Are Danes Dutch?
Close.
No, the
Close
Danes
enough.
are Danish.
Oh, well, that's why they call it Danish.
Eh.
Anyway.
Oh, Danishes are pretty damn good though too, huh?
Yeah, they are
With
Danishes. That's
are.
for breakfast, but yeah,
healthiest
Danishes are fucking
breakfast
great.
of all time.
Yeah.
So tasty. Oh, there's this bakery on base. Oh, they have the best. I got like a blueberry cheese Danish, and it's like
Mhm.
all fresh. They make everything fresh every day.
On base.
Holy piss.
It's nice.
Speaking
Smells
of
good.
Costco, they have a pretty damn good Danish with the cream cheese frosting on the inside. Oh, shout out to Costco. Since we love Costco so much and it's not stressful at all.
That's tough. I hate going to Costco. The fucking carts are way too
Me too.
wide.
Well, here you have to like plan when you go because there's only like 3 Costco's on island, and they're all in the like top 10 busiest Costco's in the world.
Yeah.
And it is just there's too many people on this island.
No bueno.
Just don't take a shower for a few days before going and then everybody will stay away from you.
Good idea.
That's a technique.
Yeah, that's if I have to sacrifice my bathing for Costco, I just don't think Costco's worth it.
Oh, grow up, Bobby. You need Costco.
Yeah.
So I know this is kind of uninteresting that Marcus has kind of took the words right out of my mouth. It's kind of the Italian
Yes.
flan.
Boo.
It
It
is.
is the Italian flan, and I love panna cotta. It's like it's a go-to if I see it on the menu.
Yeah.
I almost always get it. It's fantastic.
Same. I prefer it with the berry compote to
Yeah,
the because sometimes
a
there's like a
tart.
caramel. Sometimes they'll
Yeah,
do like
no,
a caramel top on the panna cotta, and I'm like, it's just too sweet.
it's got to
Like
be
you need
something
the tart. Yeah,
like
100%.
a raspberry compote or like something like that.
Yeah, great choice. Definitely on my honorable mention, but I'm gonna have to go with, oops, old trusty
Okay.
coconut. God, I can't type. Coconut cream pie. Oh, you either love it or you hate it. You know,
I don't
it's
think
one
I've
of
ever
those
had a
things.
coconut cream pie.
It's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah,
So
I
funny.
don't think
This
I've
is
ever-
this is
If
the
you
second time
love coconut,
this
if you
conversation
love
has been had
coconut,
in my life today.
Really? Really?
Yeah. My friend was helping
What do
me
you mean?
come up with my list today, and
Oh.
coconut cream pie came up, and I was like, I've never had that. I don't know anything about it.
Interesting.
Okay.
People seem to love it.
Next time you're in Portland, Marcus, you should go to Sherry's because you can just get a slice. And you should get a slice if you like coconut. If you don't like coconut,
I love
you're probably
coconut.
not gonna like. Okay, well then, yeah, you should definitely go try it because it's so good. It's so good. So Eddie, really super quick because I know the next couple we're gonna try to be quicker. We haven't been very speed round, but at our wedding,
Sherry's doesn't
had-
exist anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
what?
No.
Yeah, Sherry's got closed down.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, they went
Every
bankrupt.
single one?
All
Yeah,
of
the
them.
company went bankrupt.
Every single Sherry's is gone?
Yeah.
All
Yes.
42 Sherry's locations in Oregon closed
When?
on October 20th, 2024.
When the fuck? Are you kidding?
Yeah,
it's
they
less-
went bankrupt.
6
It's like a
months
big
ago.
deal.
The last time I was in Oregon was September of 2024. They knew I
You
was
left
leaving.
and they left with you.
Yeah.
They knew it. Anyway, at our wedding, Eddie and I didn't do cake. We did pie. And we had 4 different kinds of pie. And it was fucking awesome. But,
Hmm.
yeah. I prefer pie to cake. Anywho.
Me too. It's gonna
Yeah,
come up again.
pie's way better.
I'll
right.
third that.
All right, let's move into treat yourself activities.
Whoa,
Do we want to go a little
what-
quicker?
what- I just want to say one more
On
thing
this
about the
one?
desserts.
Okay.
I think I figured. So I think SORIAH and Bobby are they unironically have like actual taste in desserts and they like desserts, whereas like I don't really care for them. so I rarely eat them. So for me to enjoy them, they need to be way over the top, just insanity of mouth pleasure. Like it needs to be so extreme for me to be like, yeah, okay, cool, it's worth it. So
I
like
feel like that's food
the
in
cheese.
general for you. I feel like you go for
That's
over
true.
the top food.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's energy. So if I'm just gonna eat, yeah, I'll just give me like I don't care. Just have it be simple, salty, and that's it. That's all I need. But dessert even more so. I'm like, yeah, I don't really. I could live the rest of my life without dessert ever again.
Wow. I could not do that.
I never think about it. The only time I ever have it is if someone else says something about it, and I'm like, no, I don't really want dessert. But okay.
I think it's actually like if I could sustain myself off of like just quality desserts and not need anything else, I would.
Definitely not like that. Like I'm actually not a big sweets guy. But it is like a perfect end cap to a good meal. I just like I like really small desserts because I can't eat a ton of sweets.
I
Yeah.
can't eat a lot of it, but if I thought I could live off of just desserts, I would.
Yeah.
If I could take a pill every day and never have to eat again, I probably would. Like I could just get my
That's-
entire diet in
insane.
a pill.
That's
I
not
think I
a,
would.
that's not a
My
life
life-
worth living.
My life
No.
would be so
I
simple,
agree.
and I'd be all about
like
it.
eating and cooking is like
Depression.
is a necessity for my quality of life.
Yeah, I
If
can't
if
do
I no
that.
longer
Just eat
ate,
it,
I don't
right?
think I
It
can continue to live.
eating and cooking just takes away time from my day of things that I actually want to do, and it's annoying.
I mean, that's fair, but like, I can't imagine a lot. Like, it's significant.
Because
That
then you
is,
could like go to, you take a pill like 6 days a week, and then you like go out for dinner somewhere, like somewhere special, and it's like really special. Yeah.
No.
no negative.
Nope.
I'm excited for this day. Come on, science.
No.
Pass.
Okay,
Hard pass.
treat
And
yourself.
with that, I think
Treat yourself.
Soraya should kick
Okay.
off the treat yourself.
So this one is one I used to do a lot more regularly, but it has become a rare occasion now. And I get massages. Which I feel like
Aw.
it's such like a given
Oh.
one, but it's just so good. Like when you get a good quality massage, like you get a little aromatherapy in there. It's just peak.
It's a
Yeah.
lifelong goal to get them on the right, like to get like a subscription and get them on like a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
That's like if
Bobby,
I
you're married. And Soraya, you're not
No.
single anymore, so you now it's for free. You get them for free.
no,
it's different.
this
It's
is
different.
Demand it.
It's
It's like, no, you
having
need
a
a
professional-
masseuse.
Put your
Yeah.
relationship at risk and say, I demand
need-
this.
You need a real trained masseuse to get in
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
You need someone with
Need,
some like
like-
insanely strong hands too, like to
Yeah.
really
Strong
fucking
grip.
get in there. Yeah.
You're saying
Get all
Carrie
your
has weak
knots
hands?
out.
like know all the pressure points.
She doesn't
know
have
all
weak
of, like-
hands, but like
You
yeah,
hear
it's
that,
like it's the
Carrie?
knowledge behind the hands.
All right,
True.
I'm just starting to stir the pot here.
She agreed. She knows.
Here. All right, Bobby.
All right. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and put yo in each one of these.
Yo. Toes.
Yeah, your toes did. Fucking pedicures, dude. Especially with some like
Hell
a nice
yeah.
little gel polish at the end with some but it's kind of the same thing as a massage. Like you get your legs all exfoliated, you get like a little
Oh, yeah.
massage going. Like it's just
Mhm.
nice. The people doing it are usually super nice and fun to talk to, and then yeah, you get some like cool colorful toes on the end of it. Like it really is. Like I love going to get pedicures. It's super fun, super relaxing. Carrie and I go do it like pretty much every time we see each other. It's
Hell
good.
yeah. Yeah.
And
On the.
especially if you sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, especially like if you're on your feet all the time, like when I was doing firefighting, especially like getting a pedicure after going to do like after 2 weeks on a job, and then coming and getting a pedicure after like being in my boots for 2 weeks straight. Like
Hmm.
getting like taking care of your feet is super important if you're on your feet all day, and that's definitely part of it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. In the same vein, my first one, mani pedi.
Mhm.
Definitely gel polish on the toes, baby. Once I started it, I can't go back. It just lasts so much longer. It's great.
Totally.
Yeah.
Marcus?
I wish I could get
Sure.
a Manny.
This is a weird topic for me because I'd like so my first one's gonna be do nothing. Okay.
A day off.
Yeah. Just
Get it?
take a day off and do nothing. Like I don't have like I have no idea what my treat yourself activities are. I've never even thought about it.
I mean, I feel like what you do on your Sundays would kind of treat yourself activities, like
Yeah.
the yoga and stuff. Like I
I
would count that as a
guess.
treat yourself. Like you're taking care of yourself and like you're doing something that
Yeah.
makes you feel good or relaxes you.
My list will essentially say that, but I guess, yeah. I just hadn't thought about it
Yeah.
that way. We'll see. We'll see how good the list is.
All right, my second one is buy/arranging flowers. I just think
Oh.
it's something like it's something that brightens up your week throughout the week, and it's
Mhm.
I literally love it so much because you can go and like you can do something like Trader Joe's. I used to love it because
Yeah.
they used to do they had their weekly arrangements. Their flowers are so cheap. So you could do
They
the
are.
weekly arrangement that they already had put together, or you could make your own, and it's just fun. And then you get to have flowers for the week. I
Yeah.
haven't done that in a while, but there's also no Trader Joe's here.
That sounds nice.
Rip. They need to put a Trader Joe's on that island.
No,
It would
like
be a
you know
mob
how
scene.
expensive would be. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it'd
it'd be
be-
a mob
so
scene.
expensive. Yeah, I would literally never go there. It
That's
would be too stressful.
yeah.
But
Heck yeah,
anyway.
that's a good one.
Yeah. All right.
In yo skin.
Dude, I love sunbathing. That's like if I have a day off or an afternoon off. That's pretty much what I do on the weekends here. Now the sun's out and it's like warm. Is like on my Saturdays, I'll typically I'll do some shit in the morning, like a workout or something, and then I'll go out to my backyard and I'll just like lay out for like an hour. And
That's so
yeah,
nice.
I'll also listen to music and usually I'm drinking like water or Gatorade or something and just kind of like it's just nice. Like the sun just feel like that's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, like kind of that sun drunk feeling. I'll extend this to like day drinking as well. Like if I can get like a nice patio seat in the sun and like have a little cocktail or a beer or something and just like soak sun in my skin. That's like it's yeah. I'm making time to get some sun is definitely a treat yourself activity for me.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
That's a good one. Maybe that's an honorable mention of mine. Next for me, and this is like something Eddie and I do, is we go out to fancy dinner. So like every once in a while, there's a really great steakhouse in the town that we live in, and it's quite pricey. But every once in a while, it's fun to go have like a date night there, and like it's so good. It's so freaking good. But we don't do it very often. So like I said, I feel like it goes in the treat yourself activities
Yeah.
column because like we save it for like special.
Yeah, make like a
things,
night
so.
out of it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so nice to like go get some steak, have a glass of wine. Like it's great. So yeah, fancy din.
Solid one.
Solid. Let's see. Get up early to play disc golf by myself.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one, the disc golf.
Yeah.
And just no one's out there. Like beat the crowd. No one's with me. It's just so nice and peaceful and the world's all quiet. It's really nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a solid pick. Okay, my next one is going to specifically like artisan coffee or
Mhm.
bakeries
Mhm.
because they're gonna be expensive. I'm committing to spending like between a pastry and a drink like $20.
Yeah.
So it's obviously not like a every weekend thing even. But every once in a while, it is nice to just go get like a really nice coffee and a good
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely an honorable mention for me. Like just going out and getting something that's like expensive, but not just for expensive sakes. Like you curated it, like you found it, and like you're getting a $20 pastry, but you know that pastry is gonna be just something kind of special.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah. Good one. I like it.
Right.
I have a question about that. Is there like a significant difference? I don't know that I've ever had artisan either, so I'm just curious.
It's
Oh
just
yeah,
about like
100%.
it's genuine. Like it's not even close in comparison. There's this one coffee shop in Vegas that like it's almost a speakeasy coffee shop. There's no markings on the outside. You kind of have to just know where it is. It's in Chinatown.
Love your
Go
fucking
inside.
speakeasies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. They're so good. And since I can't drink now, I find coffee speakeasies. It's great. And uh, this one is like your coffee. You're paying like $10 for an 8-ounce cup, but like you can taste all the notes. Like it's like when you go wine tasting and they talk about like all the different flavor profiles and everything like that. It's like that, but with coffee.
Mhm.
And it is just
Is
so good.
is there anything
Yeah.
even remotely close to like that at the coast? So I'll go and
Probably not on the coast,
experience
but
it,
in
but
Portland.
Yeah, for
Portland
sure in
probably has it.
Portland, but I wouldn't say I've really found anything quite like that on the coast.
Oh.
Yeah.
womp
But
womp.
there's for sure stuff like that
Mm.
in Portland. So
It is like, I mean,
Interesting.
that's you're going to a place, you're paying more to go to a place where the people there are just like extraordinarily passionate about that one thing.
mhm.
And that's what makes it kind of special, and that's where you notice it more, just because you like the people around you, they just give a shit and they'll tell you about it, and like you taste the effort.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine, right? Because I mean, there's like artisan bars, and you can get really fancy cocktails, and like it's the same
Mhm.
thing.
Yep.
But
Yep.
interesting.
It's just
All
so good.
Like, getting tattooed to me is the ultimate. It's and I don't know, like Soraya and like Marcus, Liv, you don't have tattoos, right?
I have 0.
Yeah, so
Grow up.
maybe you guys could speak to this too. I don't know about you guys, but like I if I get especially a big tattoo, like when I was getting my sleeve done, I find myself in like a meditative state. When like it's like a pain management meditative state where I'm staring at a single fixed point. I'm like doing like breathing, and like I don't know why, but like I get along extremely well with tattoo artists. It's like one of the places I feel the most comfortable in the world, and like getting like sitting there and getting tattooed, and like I find it extremely relaxing and very like affirming for some reason. Like every time I get
Mhm.
every time I get a new tattoo, I feel a little bit more like myself, if that makes sense. So like,
Mhm.
and it's one of those things I can't do it super often just because how expensive it is. But whenever I do, like, I like leave just feeling like absolutely like refreshed, I would
Yeah.
say.
I feel like
Yeah,
for me, there's
it does a lot for
threshold.
me.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think
Really.
just you're talking, yeah, because like I will get that like meditative high for and continued past the like appointment
Hmm.
if I don't go past like 6.5 hours on the table.
Oh.
Yeah.
But if I hit that like 6 to 6.5 hours and my adrenaline is just shot,
Hmm.
then I'm just like I've got the shakes for the rest of the day.
Well, it's crazy because when I was doing the sleeve, like the sessions were 12 hours, and like I would get that where like my adrenaline would run out.
Oh.
The adrenaline would run out, and I'd be like in a lot of pain, and I'd really have to like manage it. But then like you get your
Mm.
second wind, and like I don't know, I just love
Did you eat?
some. Yeah, we took like a 30-minute break. Like I would eat a little bit. Like there's places nearby.
Holy shit.
But yeah, dude, like, yeah, that getting tattooed is just like I don't know, it centers me, and it's very like again very affirming. Like I feel more
Mm.
whole whenever I get tattooed.
To me, the fun
That's really
part
cool.
is the planning phase. That's where like I get my itch scratched, and then the
Yeah.
tattoo part is just like, okay, whatever.
I
Don't
love it.
care
I love the
for it.
whole thing. I could spend all day in a tattoo shop all like for yeah.
Maybe that's what you transition to.
Maybe I did tell Carrie because she's gonna be making like a bunch of money as a nurse. I'm like, I think I might, if the pilot thing doesn't work out, I might just try and be an artist because you can take care. Like I'll just be a stay-at-home husband, and
Mm-hmm.
become a tattoo
Hell
artist
yeah.
or some stupid shit like that.
You'd be. I can see you being a tattoo artist.
Same.
Yeah, I gotta get good at art first.
All
Anyways,
right. My next,
hell
taking
yeah.
a nap.
Mm.
Because I feel like the only time I could truly, like today in the car, I normally don't conk out like that. And like to me, a truly relaxing day when I have nothing going on, I have no responsibility, no nothing, and I can just fall asleep for a little bit and take a little nap, and I wake up and I'm not like, oh no, I need to do this, I need to do that, or like, yeah. I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm saying?
No, naps
Mhm.
stress me the fuck out.
Really?
Yeah, I feels like wasted time. Not saying you're wasting your time, but like I feel like I shouldn't be sleeping right now. I should be doing something,
Yeah, and that's
especially on a day off.
And that's what I'm saying is like, for me to have a truly successful nap, it has to be like, I can't be like that. I have to like, it has to be a day where like I know I can like waste a couple hours just sleeping. It's not very
Yeah.
often, which is why I'm deeming it a treat yourself activity because I love taking
It
naps.
doesn't happen often.
No, no, it like never happened. So
Crazy.
yeah, I love a good nap.
I nap all the time. It's great.
I've started doing like the 20 to 30-minute naps, and those are nice.
See,
Because I just wake up feeling so much better.
yeah, mine has to be more than that.
It's like I
20-minute
feel worse
nap.
after
I
a
feel
nap.
like I feel like shit after a 20-minute nap.
No, because I used to, when we were deployed, I would take those like 3 to 4 hour naps after shift, and it would just be
Yeah,
like,
that's what I would do.
and well, my problem was is it screwed my sleep schedule up so much that I just like
Same.
couldn't. And so then I was so scared to start napping again, and I started taking these like, well, one day after work, I was just so exhausted, and I had to go do a bunch of stuff in the evening. So I was like, I'm just gonna take a 30-minute nap, and then move on. And I felt so good after, like
Mhm.
so refreshed, and I was like, what? I could have been doing this whole time.
Mhm.
I feel like if
That's
you
awesome.
take a nap and it's 4 hours, or like you take a nap and it's an hour and a half and you wake up and you feel awful, the problem wasn't the nap. The problem is that you're not sleeping good at nighttime. That's, don't blame the nap for it. Blame your sleeping strategy at nighttime. You probably got poopy sleep for like multiple days in a row and really stressed at work or something.
I just feel like if I lay down to take a nap, I'm just thinking about all the things I should be doing, and I can't actually I can't be relaxed enough to actually fall asleep, and I end up. I guess that it's just more like I lay down to think for a second, and then I get the energy because I'm like, oh shit, I have all this stuff to do, and I gotta go do it.
That's how I once was.
Hmm.
For some reason
Maybe I'll learn to love the nap one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of my do nothing kind of falls into the nap realm.
Yeah.
My next one. So these could work independently of each other as well, but I'm gonna lump them into one ultra treat yourself day, and that is take time off work to drink and game with the boys.
Nice. I do love taking off work, not for a reason, but just to do it. Just take a day off.
Just to life.
Yeah,
just
just
to
to have
live
it
life.
to live like a normal human being for a minute.
Yeah, there's just every now and then there's whatever game me and my friends are playing, there's like a big update or an expansion or something, and we're really hyped for it for like months. And then it's like a Friday, or it comes out on like whatever, the game is made in South Korea, so it releases at like 3 a.m. on Thursday. So we all take Friday off and just wake up early and just like drink and game all day, and it's great.
Nice.
I've been doing
That's
that
a solid
recently with
one.
drinking and reading. Like I haven't really had a lot of time off at work, but I've been sitting in the sun, drinking a drink and reading a book. I've been getting into reading recently.
I love reading. That's such a good transition to my next one.
Books.
So I love going to like a good local bookshop. Barnes and Noble kind of does it, but like in a pinch. But going to like Powell's or like a true local bookstore and just taking a whole afternoon and just like browsing, and you don't actually ever have to walk away with a real book. To like I'll build reading lists, but I don't always buy books when I go to bookstores. I just get ideas, and then I'll either like buy it online, buy an audiobook, or I won't buy anything at all. But just the vibes in bookstores.
This is what the
It's
Oregon Coast
just
is
like
good for.
yes,
Oregon
and
Coast has
I
so many
just
good bookstores.
it is just like peak like peace, quiet activity, but like an active peace and quiet, if that makes sense.
It's like you have a little mission, but yeah, it's like the extremely relaxing and
Yeah,
zero
and then
expectation.
exactly, and then if I find a good book to read, that's phenomenal. But if I don't, that's okay too.
Heck yeah.
So good.
Definitely, I relate. Yeah, I love going to a good bookstore. Just like again, just looking around, seeing what's up, and then especially if there's like a coffee shop inside of it, like the Oregon
yeah.
Coast like Godfathers, I think it's called,
Yep.
bookstore, in downtown Astoria. Like
Yep.
I'd either get the coffee in there, or I'd go to Rusty Cup or Rusted Cup, whatever that place is called,
Dude, I
next to the
miss Rusty
theater.
Cup.
And like I go to
Dude,
Rusty Cup, get a mocha, and then I go to Godfathers and just look at books on a Saturday. It's great.
yep.
What? What?
What? What?
I can't relate at all. Every time
I think it's fun.
Oh,
Maybe
I'm just not a
unread
reader.
heathen?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
I like going to the store and knowing exactly what I'm gonna get, and I go directly to the thing and I get it and then I leave. I don't like
But
the
I agree
whole
with you,
browsing
and-
thing
and
drives
At
me nuts.
grocery
Every-
stores, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you in every situation except for a bookstore and like a farmer's market.
Yeah.
I just feel so lost in a bookstore. I'm like, it's too much. There's too
That's
many.
that point.
Is that because you can't read?
Yeah. Is that why you don't like the Cheesecake Factory menu also? It's like the same
Yeah.
thing.
No.
It's like
If you like the Cheesecake Factory menu, you would love a bookstore. There's so many.
No, 'cause I know
just as many
exactly-
books as there are items.
I know exactly what I want and I'm going exactly to it. That's wild. I can't even imagine like just going to a bookstore and just stay. You talk about wasting time. That
Oh.
feels like a waste of time to me.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It's nice.
I'm glad you have something that is so good. I don't get it.
That's okay. I don't get your weird thing with the Cheesecake
Yeah.
Factory, so.
I mean, you also would never want to eat again in your life, and that's
Yeah.
actually a psychopathic thing to say. So.
That's not what I said.
You said you would.
You said-
Whatever. We don't have time.
Moving
I'm not
on.
gonna get into it. Not gonna get it. Yeah, moving on.
You guys will have to go back and listen to what I said. To the ball.
So,
Hey,
Oop,
The ball
yo.
game.
like,
The ball game.
baseball games is something that I've started going to. When I came out here, I started going to spring training games, which are either free or
Hell
extremely
yeah.
cheap for military.
Did you go to a
I think-
Rangers game?
Fuck no. I went Dodgers games mostly, but I also the Cincinnati Reds. Their stadium's free for military.
Nice.
So I would just like literally just roll up and see what seats were available, and then and just go in on a Saturday. But I feel like
Sure.
this is it's definitely it's in tandem with the tan your skin one, where like again sitting down in a seat. Baseball's super nice because it's kind of passive. Like you can kind of like tune in and out. Like when you hear some commotion, you can like and watch and see what's happening. But like it's just again, it's like you just kind of like sit there, zone out, and just like enjoy the sun. People watch, follow along with the game. It's just nice.
Yeah,
Love
for
it.
sure. That's a good one. I like it. Okay, my last one, awfully ladylike of me. Good old bubble
Ooh,
bath.
and your fucking dirt soup.
Okay, so basically what I'll
It's more of
do,
a
this is so
compo.
funny.
Yeah,
Ew.
That's gross.
An Olivia
Ew.
compo.
Ew.
All right.
Oh,
My
God.
gag reflex is activated now.
Mine too.
Ew. All right. Okay. So I guess I'll explain. I never take baths. Never. But it is nice every once in a while. And it is fairly relaxing. But I just like soak in the tub and then I'll just like get up and drain it and take a shower.
That's
Like,
what
I
if I
can't-
ever take a bath, it's
Yeah,
taking a
I
bath.
can't. I don't actually like do anything in the bath. I just soak and then I'm
If
like,
anything, I
okay.
feel less clean than after
Exactly.
getting out of a bath.
Exactly. So that's why I then immediately take a shower. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just nice to lay there sometimes, put a Netflix show on, just chill for a while. Or I mean, you could read, but I'd probably drop the book in the water, so it's fine. But yeah, a nice bubble bath every once in a while. It's good for the soul.
A little chamomile or some shit, like one of those
Yeah.
additives you can put in there, make your skin nice and
Yeah,
soft or whatever.
Exactly. Yep. Smells good.
The bubble bath. It's a good one.
All right, Marcus.
Oh man. Tell me, guys, if this is too generic. I won't even write it down yet. I'll just say it first. To figure out how to say it. Anything that promotes self-improvement.
Kind of vague.
So is it is that like a TED talk, or is this
It could be a TED talk, could be a walk, could be working out, eating healthy, like just anything. Reading a book.
I guess you could say self-improvement.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
just self-care activities in general.
Yeah.
It is a little general, but I mean I get what you're saying. Like it's because
How
some of
do
these
you
other
pick
things are
between
some of these other
those?
things are passive, right? Like
Well,
me
the
sitting
thing
in the
is,
sun and drinking mimosas isn't exactly good for me. I just enjoy it. Like this is something where
Right.
you're actively trying to better yourself or do something that's healthy for
Yeah.
you.
I'm gonna say it's too general because literally, I mean, the whole point of Mount Rushmore is you pick the four things.
Yeah, you gotta pick something.
Yeah. Ooh. Getting to take Margot out in the sun.
I don't know why,
There you
but
go.
I thought you were gonna say
Listening to.
getting to take a shit.
Ooh, honestly though,
like sit on the toilet, like a nice toilet, like a nice
Yeah.
45 minutes, sit down and like really just
There's
really just
Oh my God, I
focusing
no
on
responsive-
getting it all out.
there's no
You
responsibilities.
saying you're wasting time by napping is like I feel like I'm wasting time while I'm taking a
No,
crap.
I literally can't, dude. Like maybe it's a TMI, but my legs are gonna fall asleep. Like it's
100%.
It's
I can't
too
sit
much
on the
time.
pot for that
Mm.
long.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, it's yeah.
You guys are
The
missing out.
phone's not allowed. The phone's not allowed to follow me in there. Otherwise, the legs are going.
You guys just got to do some hamstring workouts, and then your legs don't fall asleep so bad. Pro tip.
I don't think I want to enable longer. Anyways,
Same.
don't want to get anchored on this. But.
Pro tip. But yeah, I mean, so I have to take Margot out every day, as any good
Mhm.
dog parent would. I never been a person that really cared about the sun that much and weather. I didn't mind the weather out here at all until it's now been 4 years of having to take Margot out in pissing rain 9 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really over it. So now whenever the sun is out, like today, is just heaven on earth. And my whole day is made because I just get to not have to wear my whole rain get up and sweat my ass off and be miserable as rain is just spitting in my face the whole time. And still you get sweaty because you're wearing all the rainproof stuff, and you get wet because it finds a way in always. The dog smells, the couch is all fucked up from her wetness, and she's disgusting and dirty. So it's a nice little day when the sun's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say that has been probably one of my favorite parts of not being there anymore with Basil. Is like not
No more wet dog, or like
yeah,
miserable wet dog. 'Cause, like there's wet dog at the beach, but it's different.
yeah. Well, he hates the ocean, so
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
he's
Remy loves
terrified of the
ocean.
ocean.
Margot gets yeast
probably
infections in her ears if she gets to go to the beach. So she doesn't get to go to the beach anymore.
Remy loves it. Like honestly, like Remy loves the ocean, and it scares the shit out of me because he'll swim like pretty far out.
And you're like, no.
He's like, she has way more confidence in him than I do, and I'm like, I'm so worried about him like getting drowned or like getting fucking washed out to sea. And he's a really good swimmer though, so yeah, he's a big beach fan, but you're avoiding a lot of anxiety with Basil not wanting to go to the beach, to go in the water.
He loves the sand, but it's honestly like his anxiety about the waves makes my anxiety go up because he's like, there's a bad wave, like every now and then you'll have the sneaker waves or whatever, and
Yeah.
if there's one, he will literally jump into my arms because he's so panicked, and he's like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly like a pleasant experience.
Poor little guy.
But anyway, no, being in the sun and not having to walk him in the rain is probably one of my favorite parts of being here.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, super quick. I would be remiss if I didn't mention a Disney trip as a treat myself thing. So I'd swap out. I swapped out stupid.
The timer was going off before the first Disney
lunch. I swapped out stupid bubble bath for Disney trip. So yeah, we're planning our next one as I speak. So woohoo. We're going for Disneyland 70th. Disneyland.
When is that? June?
July technically, but we're going in June. The celebration starts in May and it goes all the way through till next year. So we're very excited about that. But definitely a treat yourself activity because Disney has gotten very expensive. So
we're going to Disneyland as a kid and like them celebrating their 50th. I'm pretty sure I still have like 50th anniversary stuff at at my house growing up.
Yeah, I remember the 60th more than the 50th, but still like super cool. And it's cool because we're taking my grandma, and she went to Disneyland in 1955, 70 years ago.
Jesus.
And now she's going back. So it's super cool because I don't think she ever thought she'd get to go again. But anywho, we went long again on treat yourself activities.
Pause.
All right.
You guys should contact Disney and tell them that that's what you guys are doing, because that's got to be like a holy cow situation for them. Like they could use that as a marketing scheme to like.
That's true. I could reach out to them
give you guys a really cool trip.
We were gonna make her a shirt that said like, you know, something about I was here 70 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people that like have like but I mean, it is a rapidly decreasing amount of people, so like I'm sure they'd be interested. I'm sure they're gonna do something for the 70th.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a huge celebration. Yeah.
Just like send their customer.
Would be cool, though, with my grandma being there. Yeah.
Send their customer support people an email and be like, "Hey, we're coming for this thing, and my grandma was there for the freaking first day ever type of thing, and now for this." Be cool. You guys could promote us in our podcast.
Yeah, put us up in your nicest room
or a MRO T-shirt in front of a Disney.
Yeah, she is. Listen to my granddaughter's podcast.
Yeah. Well, the kids are like,
All right.
okay.
Literally. All right, y'all. I think it's time to
Sure.
move into the hot takes.
Oh yeah, this is
Yep.
what they're all we waiting for.
I know. All right. Pena, I say you
Well,
start
this
off.
is
hot
fitting
takes.
because there was a hot take that brought on this this topic idea.
Say it while you type it. So the listeners
Lasagna.
are lost.
Oh, lasagna is the worst. It's called dramatic pause, all right?
Yeah.
It is very
Lasagna is the
dramatic.
worst Italian food. This is why
Jesus
it has
Christ.
a bad distribution of ingredients. It's often rubbery and heavy, and it's always has too much cheese. And everything lasagna does, a good casserole does better. I rest my case.
Is it not
Ooh,
a casserole? An Italian casserole?
No,
No.
a casserole is much more integrated.
I agree with
Like
you.
the lasagna's layers are its worst enemy because you have like a congealed cheese layer and then an isolated. Like the nice thing about pasta is that like everything is like
Mixed.
everything's combined together and mixed. Lasagna takes everything good about pasta and fucks it up. It's terrible. I've never had a good lasagna in my life, including the one at Noni's. The one at Noni's made me feel sick.
What if you
Hated
made
it.
one yourself the exact way that you wanted to make it?
Then it wouldn't be lasagna.
Well,
It'd be
you
a
just have
ravioli or something.
it'd be
Yeah,
more
it would be
meat,
much more.
less cheese.
It'd be much more akin to a casserole, and it'd be a way more saucy. But again, it'd be much more like a casserole than a lasagna.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, lasagna sucks.
Maybe
I
it's your
like-
chef.
I like
maybe
lasagna.
it's your chef self that is gets too stuck on sticking to the recipe. You're
I feel like I
limiting
know a lot of
yourself.
chefs that are like the first people to deviate.
Yeah, no, like I
That's
true.
love
That's
deviation
true.
and like changing things up, but like again, the amount I would change lasagna would make it no longer lasagna.
Yeah.
I'd be fundamentally changing the thing.
I
Maybe
like lasagna.
I do too. Maybe it's just because it was like a comfort food as a kid, but like we didn't use ricotta or whatever stupid shit cheese they usually use.
Hey,
Or-
ricotta's not a
good, though, because
stupid shit cheese.
ricotta doesn't congeal, but if you put like a bunch of mozzarella in there, but again, it's an isolated layer, it just turns into a fucking disc of cheese.
We just used way less
Gross.
cheese. Like the only time the only part that had the normal amount of cheese, I would say, is the top layer, and that's because we love the crispy cheese on top. And I would save that for the last bite. I would eat the whole lasagna except for the top layer, and then the last thing I would eat is just the crunchy burnt cheese, and it's just so
That makes me.
good.
I'm also not a huge like. There is such thing as too much cheese.
No.
Concur.
There is like I cheese. If I eat too much cheese, it will like not just like raw cheese. Like I can actually like a charcuterie board I fuck with, but like melty. Like you can definitely over cheese things. Like a Costco cheese pizza. Way too much cheese. Way too
Wait.
much cheese on
Oh
my
my
pizza.
gosh, what?
The pepperoni
Wait.
pizza
I'm
has the
literally gonna
perfect
drive
amount
to
of
Costco
cheese.
right after this and go get pizza from
Oh,
them.
don't get stressed
No, yeah,
out.
their pepperoni, the pepperoni pizza is good. Like that ratio is good, but their cheese pizza, they put way too much cheese on top of it.
You know
It's
what's
just a
funny?
slab of cheese.
You know
It's a
what's funny?
slab. It's like the layer is way too thick on top of that slice. Again, the cheese pizza
It's
specifically,
as
the
thick.
rest of them are
It's
fine.
as thick as the bread.
Yeah,
crust.
like
So good.
the cheese one specifically is bad. The other ones are good. I miss the supreme.
No.
I thought of the exact same thing when
Cheese
you said too much cheese. I was like, Costco
Yeah.
cheese pizza. That's not good.
No, it's
Literally.
the perfect
Wow.
amount of cheese.
Also, I have a tangent. I don't know if we have time for it though.
Do it.
Go ahead.
I told somebody in passing that I could eat an entire Costco pizza in 10 minutes or less. And then I showed up to work one day and
no.
they're like, "Oh, we're gonna have a shop lunch," and they had a Costco pizza and a timer for me.
No.
I did
What'd you
not
do?
eat the entire pizza. I almost ate the entire pizza in 10 minutes.
Did you feel like
I-
shit?
Oh yeah, dude. I felt like shit for like 3 days afterwards. I still think I could eat I still know I can eat the entire pizza in one sitting. I think I need more like 15 to 20 minutes though.
Mm.
Good God.
Anyways, that was a pepperoni
Wow.
pizza. It was pretty good. I can't look at Costco pizza for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, speaking of pizza, this goes into my first one. Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
I don't think
Dude,
that's a hot
this is
take.
such a number one. This is a
Shh.
basic take. Number two,
Shh.
you're wrong.
Psh, exactly.
You're
I agree
saying
with
it's
you.
you're saying it's basic, but like
Everybody says that
doesn't-
shit.
okay, fine, I'll change it then. I've got
You don't
plenty of hot
you
takes.
have to change
No,
That's
it's
the
fine,
point
dude.
of a
You have
hot
to defend your
take.
case. That's the whole point.
Okay, fine. It's
It's
just
obviously a hot take. There's disagreement.
Yeah, you get just scolded immediately.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here's a hot take.
That's my
Olivia-
people pleaser.
Gives up.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look. Okay. I've never been a sweet with a savory kind of gal. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's not always my thing. I prefer it to be one or the other, and I prefer my food to be savory, but my dessert to be sweet. And I feel like pineapple just fucks up the whole feng shui of the pizza.
You can definitely overdo it. Like if the chunks are too big, or like if you like over.
Or there's too many, like every bite has
Yeah.
pineapple. Like fuck off.
It needs to be light. Like it needs to be every once in a while. There's a bite where it's like, ooh, pineapple.
But it's never like that, and it
No,
sucks.
like that's a problem with a lot of pizzas. Like they overdo it with the toppings.
And it
And that
sucks,
definitely
bro.
ruins.
Pineapple
Yeah.
sucks on pizza, and I love pineapple.
Oh, I love pineapple on pizza. A little ham
Ugh,
on there too.
I'm just
So
not a fan
good.
of Hawaiian pizza. You know what I mean?
Love it.
I wasn't
It
until
grew
like,
on me.
yeah, I wasn't until like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I hated it too,
Yeah, same.
and then for some
I
reason it
ate
just
one.
clicked.
I ate
But-
one because I had to. Like it was the only pizza available, and I was like, "Oh shit, I'm an adult now. And this is good."
Yeah.
It's like coffee
But-
ice cream.
I will agree. There's too much. I usually pick off like at least half the pineapples. It's too much.
Mhm.
But I'm used to picking
I just-
toppings off a
I don't know.
pineapple
It's not.
or a pizza because my
It's
parents would
not,
always
just-
get Supremes.
It's not my favorite. I've never liked it. There's disagreement.
Yeah, I feel like
That's why.
no, I
Oh.
agree with you, and I feel like the I think my problem with it is the temperature of the pizza oven is usually too low to get the right sear on the pineapple, and so it just is soggy.
Yeah, it's just exactly. It's just soggy, warm, blech. And with the tomato sauce, oh fuck. Okay, I can't.
I
Anyway.
wonder how it would be
It's
if you made the pizza without the pineapple on there, and as soon as it like comes out of the oven, you
Just
sprinkle
garnished
something.
it.
Yeah.
Do like a
It's like-
grilled pineapple on top? I could maybe do that. Like,
Ooh,
Maybe.
smoky pineapple, that'd be good.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Fort George has this
I-
new pineapple, like Hawaiian pizza, and it's like spicy
That's what I was
honey.
thinking. That's what I was thinking about Fort George when you talked about garnish on pizza. That pizza is really good.
Yeah.
I like Fort George did like this summer one for a while.
that's
that
that's what he's talking about. It's the spicy honey one. We shared that, I think, actually.
It had pineapple
was-
on it.
Yeah.
I think it had pears or something. It was some kind of fruit. It was a sweet
Yeah,
savory pizza though.
that worked well together though. But the pineapple, no. I
The
don't
one
think it
I'm
had
talking
pineapple because I
the
wouldn't.
one I'm
wanted
talking
it.
about had pineapple, honey. It's like spicy honey and
It
ham.
did have pineapple. It definitely had fruit for sure. But that pizza was really good.
Yeah, that pizza was good. Maybe I picked the pineapples off because I wouldn't have eaten it.
Text Vinny
Dude.
about it. He's the one that I had it with.
Vinny recommended it to me. Or he recommended it to us. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I
It's
gotta
like
look
one-
at the menu.
Then it's
All right,
that one.
Marcus. Over to you.
All right. Well, this was since we just had this as a topic. Desserts are overrated.
oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just,
I mean, I still love it.
are-
It's good.
Overrated, unneeded.
No.
I just
That's where
never.
you lose me.
I have never gone to a place and thought to myself, "Man, I want some dessert." Never. It's
There are
never.
literally places that I will plan around the dessert menu.
I could never. I could never.
You just don't like food.
I love food. That's why
Yeah.
I've been fat my whole
You
life.
said you
You
take a
literally said
pill
you
to
take a-
not eat anymore.
Right. I would, because it would simplify things. It would make not getting
can't
fat a
like
lot
food that
easier.
much.
You can't
would
say that and
rather
say you like
substitute
food. Like,
Dude,
if you like
that would
food, then you
solve
gotta
the
be happy to
problem.
have. Oh my god.
No,
No.
because then the joy in life is gone.
No, and then I
You
said,
can't-
like, it makes the times that you eat normal
You
food even
can't
more
say that
special.
you can't
Oh,
say
I
you like
love
food, and
food.
you're like, oh, but
I
I have to
love
eat it
food.
3 times a day. Man, bummer.
No,
Like,
I have to
you
fucking
don't
cook
like
it 3
it.
times a day. That's what
Oh.
I hate.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's
insane.
different.
Like, I
Not
hate.
liking to cook is different than not liking
Yeah.
to eat.
I don't even dislike cooking. I just hate applying time to cooking. Like,
I
like
just, simply
sometimes,
cannot.
like the actual act of cooking is fine. Like, I enjoy it and I like cooking for people. But if I could choose to do other activities, I would, that I enjoy doing, I would 100% choose other activities and just take a pill so that I could do my other activities.
Mm.
Or if I was rich enough to pay someone to cook for me all the time, yeah, I'd do that. But the pill seems pretty easy. And, it's like, if it was like, exactly, this was 2,200 calories and you just know exactly and you don't have to do anything else, just be so easy, so simple. Don't need any.
Psychopath. Crazy person. Straight up crazy person.
Well, you have a point there.
I can't get behind that one at all,
I
but it's
can't.
okay.
Like, simply.
That's why it's a
like,
hot
I would-
take.
Yeah. I would literally die.
So maybe I should just change this. Food should be a pill.
I think you're
Food-
saying food is overrated.
Yeah, which I can't get behind. So sorry, I can't ever get behind it.
Mm. Well, then it's a good hot
Yeah, I
take.
can't, sorry.
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where's the thing?
Wrong. You are fake news.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
well,
Soraya.
Continuing.
This one, I'm gonna go like what I think my least hot take to like hottest take. Is that okay?
Ooh, it
Yeah.
builds.
Okay. So this one is, I don't think it'll be that contentious here. So Lord of the
Boo.
Rings is better than Star
Oh.
Wars.
Wrong.
Oh no,
Actually, objectively speaking, you're right, but no, personally speaking, you're
no,
wrong.
no. I
And
can't.
it's just the character arc, the soundtrack, like
So you're saying the
from the time
movies?
that it was
Mm.
like literally everything. Well, and the books, the Lord of the Rings books, like
Are boring as fuck. Yeah,
arguably-
I agree.
no, arguably changed the entire high fantasy fiction world. Like just not even in like close. In my mind, actually.
And fantasy's
like,
lame. I
far
like laser
superior.
guns.
Same. I like Star Wars better.
Yeah.
I vehemently dislike Lord of the Rings though, so I'm really not a good
Wow.
judge.
Wow.
You haven't even seen them yet, though, so you can't.
That's correct. I've seen The Hobbit and it turned me off. So
So
goodbye.
you
sucked.
you
Hobbit
can't
was a
have
terrible
that.
movie.
You cannot have that opinion. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is like this. The movies. I do think the books are boring as fuck, but the movies themselves are really good. And I will always have a more personal affinity for Star Wars. However, when you look at Star Wars objectively, there's only 2 good movies out of like 9.
Yep.
That's Empire
Episode
Strikes
3?
Back and the original Star Wars, and those are the 2 that are good. And you look at Lord of the Rings, however, the Hobbit movies really fucked up their hit rate because they were 3 for 3, and now they're 3 for 6, but that's still more than Star Wars. So you kind of
Yeah,
have to,
well, and even
kind of have
then,
to
like,
seed it.
here's the thing: is that the cartoon Hobbit, they're actually 4 for 7 because the cartoon Hobbit, great. But I agree that the Hobbit movies, when they were remade, and that it was not good.
They're
But
just walking, bro.
if we
Sorry.
ever
Oh,
go to
oh
war,
my
I'm
God.
absolutely taking the speech from Return of the King, and that will be my go to war speech.
Yes.
You're gonna say that over C2 chord?
Yeah.
100%.
That's so
You're gonna
100%.
funny.
copy and paste it into the chat room before you get fucking blown up.
That's
Yep.
so funny.
Literally, oh, dude. Like, chills every time. Anyway, that's my lowest hot take.
That's a great
Yeah.
take.
But
As a fan of
it's a good
both.
one. I
Eh.
mean, again, I'm always gonna love Star Wars more, but I can't deny the hit rate on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I feel like as an adult, if you watch one movie, like if you watch Star Wars and you watch Lord of the Rings, you will enjoy Lord of the Rings as an adult way more than you enjoyed
Yep.
Star Wars as an adult.
Yep.
Empire Strikes Back is the best movie out of all of those, though. Such a great movie.
So
I
great.
love that. I think
Same.
Empire Strikes Back, watching that movie on repeat as a kid is what made me a cynic, and I love it.
True. It's a great movie.
Anyways, so I'm taking a similar approach to Soraya here, but it's a little different. Where I'm scaling up. My second and my third are going to be scaling up to my most extreme hot take, but then I'm gonna have a palate cleanser at the end. But this is my second to hottest. The internet is over. What do I mean when I say
agree.
that? I think that on a macro level, on like looking at the big picture humanity history way, that whatever the internet was gonna do for humanity has happened. And not only is humanity not gonna gain anything from the internet anymore, like it's not gonna add anything. It's only gonna take away. I actually think that uh we are actually going to start stepping, like, I know everyone thinks we're going to be more and more digital, like singularity, whatever. I think the opposite's actually going to happen, and that people are going to be so sick of the internet, because what is the internet now and what is it only going to be in the future? It's just reposting the same shit you've seen
Just
before.
social
It's
media.
it's fucking AI generated, like computers making it or trying to influence you in some way. Like, I think people are like, the returns on the internet are only diminishing, and I think we're gonna see, and again on a macro level, people de-integrating the digital world and de-integrating the internet from their lives, and we're actually gonna bounce back to a much more like, something. Think about like late '90s, where the internet was there as a tool, like a utility, but not the overarching like cultural force and like the force that is frames our entire lives. So I think the internet, even though it's our entire lives right now, is not going to be that way much long, or it's not going to be that way forever. And I actually think we're on the downslope now. Like, we've hit the apex, and we're beginning a very slow decline to where the internet will not be what it is today. It will not be as significant
Yeah.
as it is today. That's my hot take. The internet is actually over, and you're gonna see it less in your later life than you do right now.
You could be
This is
right.
like yeah, we talked about this the last time I was on with the dead internet theory.
I absolutely
Yeah.
subscribe to the dead internet theory. I think, and that's one of the reasons why I'm like, I really don't use. I'm not online nearly as much as I used to be, just because like I've come to the realization that it really does nothing for me.
Well, yeah.
The novelty is over.
Yeah.
Well, not even the utility's over. Like, I used to go on the internet to find new things, to find new interests, to find new people, and I just keep hitting the same wall over. Like, it's not useful anymore. I don't
So
gain
maybe-
anything from it.
Maybe you could argue that it was never utilitarian. It was
think
just
there's
the
an argument for
novelty
that.
of
There's
ideas.
potential.
Like, we
Yeah.
thought that it could be something, and it was interesting, and it took 20 years for people to be like, oh yeah, this thing's kind of fucked up and dangerous. And so
Yeah,
it's
I think
not
there's
like a
something
utilitarian
anymore.
trend.
potential, but I don't think our brains are wired for it. Which is why I think we're going to de-integrate
not.
from it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Our brains are not made for it.
You could
At
be
all.
right, but for now, TikTok still reigns king.
See, I think
Okay.
that's not gonna. I think like people are gonna be like, "What am I doing? Why am I doing this?" And they're gonna go return to the physical realm again on a
You know what's
macro level.
funny? You know what's funny is I gave up TikTok for Lent this year because I was like addicted to it, and I feel like I just haven't missed that much.
No, like
Like, honestly,
uh,
I've never
yeah,
had
it's
it.
just I
Me
never
neither.
had TikTok. Like I'm
Oh God.
rapidly getting rid of Instagram. Like I got rid of the actual icon on my phone. So the only time I
Mhm.
see, like, only time I look at it is like if somebody like when Marcus sends me a meme or like Carrie sends me something is really the only time I look.
Mhm.
But I'm like I'm very close to just deleting everything off of it, off my phone, really.
Yeah. Well,
Besides like
Yeah.
work
I
stuff.
think a lot of people have realized like just how toxic the internet has become too.
Well, people do
So
it's like kind of what you're saying, where you're like, you get rid of everything, you lock your phone in a box, you get a landline, and they're like, "Oh, my life isn't worse or less convenient. If anything, I feel
yeah,
better now."
yeah. You could be on to something there.
So I think as a species, we're gonna move away from the digital world.
Hmm. Yeah.
Hopefully.
All right.
The poles are shifting. Everything's gonna change.
Oh,
You know,
okay. My next one. Disney needs to stop making live action movies.
Agreed.
God, dude, they're
yeah.
just terrible. Like,
Disney just
and
needs to
I
come up with some new IP, man.
exactly, and I love Disney, but they're starting to recycle. And like, I'm sorry, but like, I didn't go see the new Snow White movie in theaters just because it's like I've seen Snow White 1,000 times, and like they slightly changed the story in all these live action movies, or like change something about it, I guess, to jazz it up. But it's like we all fell in love with the originals.
Well, the
So
thing
I don't know.
I don't even know if we all felt like I think unless you're really into Disney, nobody gives a fuck about Snow White. No one knows what that
Well,
is.
yeah,
Like they
100%.
see the
Like I watched
iconography at
it.
Disney, but that's it.
Yeah, like I watched it when I was a little girl, but it wasn't my favorite Disney movie by any stretch. But like, I guess what I'm saying is like they just need to stop with the live action movies. Like they're just not great. Just come up with something new. And a lot of
Yeah.
people would deem that as a hot take, but I think they need to fucking stop.
I think the hot
I
take
think if
with
anything, sorry,
go ahead.
I love you, Disney, and if you're listening, I
sponsor us.
yeah, sponsor us and
They won't sponsor us after
let me
this.
come to your park. No, I'm giving them constructive
No,
criticism.
after what I'm
Yeah, I'm
about to
sure they'll
say.
take it well.
Go woke,
Oh.
go broke. And Disney
They don't
went woke.
care.
Yeah.
It's
That's
true.
that's the things that they're changing in all the movies is just to like
Well,
drive some political
yeah.
agenda rather than making kids
Yeah.
movies. It's
Right.
stupid.
Yeah. The animated movies that are coming out are still pretty decent. But the remakes, yeah, I feel like they're just effing them
I don't
away.
really feel like they're changing much of the content. I think it's just like they're just it's just like I mean it's a regurgitation and just nobody again like especially
It's just
kids
not
like
needed.
you might have watched Snow White when you were a kid, but I highly doubt that like your average Gen Z kid, Gen Alpha
Yeah,
kid
no,
has even
absolutely
seen Snow
not.
White. Like
Absolutely
it's
not. It
just
came
it's
out in the like 30s or
yeah,
40s.
it's important to the studio's history, but nobody's watching Snow White, and nobody has the nostalgia built in to really want to go see what they did with it. Like I think that's why it failed. I
Yeah,
don't think
for
it's
sure.
necessarily
Oh,
a
yeah,
go woke go broke
1937
thing.
was the original.
I'll send you
So,
videos.
yeah.
It's 100. It's all like they change genders of characters. They change
Yeah.
like races of characters
Actually,
to
like,
drive a
got-
political point. Which like there's nothing wrong with Snow White not being white, but it's why do you have to bring attention to it by changing the story to bring attention to the fact that she's not white and then go around and promote the movie as, hey, look, it's a not white person because we're so politically correct and we care about all these political things that we think that people are more likely to watch our movie because we're virtue signaling to the world that we care. And then as soon as
There
the
was a lot
tides
about
change, they're not going to do that anymore or care anymore. And you're like, oh, okay, so it was all
Yeah.
money. Fuck off.
Well, and
That's
then
all it's-
I think that it's an interesting, like Snow White in particular was a very interesting case because they had Gal Gadot, who's Israeli, and then you have Rachel, whatever her name is, and she was like
Zegler.
like
She's
super
like
pro Palestine
Latina.
in the promotion stuff,
Wants
and
all
so you
men
have
to
all the people
disappear
who
and
are like,
die.
yeah, and so you have all the people who are like very like there were several conversations I've had with people in person that are like, I'm not going to see this movie because they have someone like they have an Israeli in it, and then you have the opposite side of the tracks of like, I'm not going to go see this because the promotion was pro-Palestine, and I'm like, okay, whatever, like I don't know, I'm not gonna go see it because I think it's gonna be a bad movie.
Yeah, literally. That's my
Yeah.
reasoning.
I mean, I think that's another example of the internet sucking. Is that like,
It's true.
Yeah.
like I think most people just didn't see it because it wasn't like no one gives a fuck about Snow White and it didn't look good.
Yeah.
And like the internet discourse is mostly about the the political tension, but I think that's what gets
Mhm.
clicks, but that's not necessarily why the movie failed and why those live
Yeah.
action remakes. Because even like go back to like I'm sure Lilo Stitch is actually gonna make $1 billion because millennials love that shit.
Yeah.
Take their kids to see it. Like I think that's different because it's more recent and there's people alive with the nostalgia for it still.
Right.
But like the movie's still gonna be bad.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
because they're just
They
like
can't. Yeah.
it's the same thing with like that How You Train Your Dragon remake is like they're literally the whole point of the trailer of all those movies is that it is a frame for frame remake.
Mhm.
Which my question is like why? Why
Yeah.
would like I would just watch the original movie if you're gonna do it frame for frame and not do anything different.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. But
Good question. Good
uh,
question.
And so they can keep the copyright.
Could be.
Say that one more time.
So they can keep the copyright.
Yeah, that's usually why they want to maintain the IP, so they have to do something with it.
all right,
They
Marcus.
gotta have that theme park ride.
Right.
Literally.
I feel like I hear people say this all the time. It's that there should be some sort of cognitive test to be a parent, and I think that's a terrible idea.
I think it's a terrible idea.
Absolutely terrible idea. And if you
Why?
believe in equality, holy shit, that's I mean, if you think cognitive test should be a thing for parenting, you're just ensuring inequality and only like rich people with education. Like, okay, maybe that's not how it's intended.
Define cognitive test, I guess.
I get, that's a good point. Nobody has ever told me what that test is like, but I don't think that you can ever have a conversation about equality and a conversation about a cognitive test to be a parent. I think that is a slippery slope to a place where only the rich and the smart are allowed to have children.
I've never heard this before, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't really heard. Is there a push for this? I've never heard of this before.
No. It's just a lot of people like they kind of say it off the cuff, like, yeah, that person's so dumb or whatever, and there should be a test to be able to have kids. And though funny, still, I think I've never heard anybody debate against it, and I always think to myself, that's a terrible idea. I don't ever debate it with people because I don't want to get into it, but I think it's a terrible idea. I think, do I think it's ever going to happen? Absolutely no. I don't think.
No,
it'll ever
I don't
happen.
think it's ever going to happen.
Because it's a
you
terrible
can't
idea.
You can't control people becoming parents. Like, life finds a way.
Yeah. Here's one that I would agree
also,
with,
like,
though.
what are they gonna do? Tie their tubes until they've passed this?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you can't. It's not very practical.
You can't control someone becoming a parent. Yeah.
Totally. But here's one that I do agree with. If you're like, I don't know what the metric would be. Maybe you get 3 felonies, you don't get to have kids anymore. Until you somehow prove yourself.
How are you gonna control that?
Oh,
well, you have to
ways.
do it on
forcibly
vasectomies, whatever. Yeah.
Vasectomy.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna sterilize somebody if they get arrested for the 3rd time.
Well, like,
not arrested.
Like, felonies, but like, are you? Yeah, but like convicted of felonies, okay. But then, like, are you gonna define like any felony or like?
Like tax
violent
fraud?
felonies or like what? Because I would, if I thought like I didn't work for the government, I probably would. Like, I think taxation is theft.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Like,
I'll tell you, I haven't solved all of your questions yet. It's just an idea. Is there a plausible solution to all of them? Probably. Do we have time for it now? No. But
No.
They're valid questions, and I just don't have the answers. But the big theory philosophy behind it is, if you're like, whatever the number, the 5th felony, 3rd felony, your 1st felony, I don't know what the number is, but 3 seems like a pretty, okay, you are obviously not making good choices in life continually. You're not on a good path to bring a child into the world. And you've proven it over and over again.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Felony in
tax
this
fraud or
country.
murdering people or whatever, you're making bad choices. And that's not a good base.
Well, okay, so
raise
follow-up
a child
question,
from.
and we don't have to answer this now. And then we
Yes, he
can.
does.
So like, there's like, for example, countries that have felonies that are not felonies here, and vice versa. So like, is it based on the country that you're in, or like, can you be retroactively convicted of felonies in a different place when you move to a new place, and now you can't have kids because of something you used to do in a different country where it was legal?
If you
I was
rectify
thinking
your
America.
wrongdoing.
Oh, okay.
I don't, you know, whatever other countries want to do, yeah, go for it. I'm not even saying that I would vote for this, but like, it was just an idea that popped up when I thought about the, you know, people saying cognitive tests. I was like, is there anything where like somebody should be, the
I'd be
government
down
should
for
get
some
involved?
mandatory education. Like, you know, like kind of some places before you are able to have a gun or get a gun license, you have to like go to safety classes, you know, like baby classes.
Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
if it's
What do you have to
mandatory.
do? You
Like some
have to
people
pass them?
self-educate, but like what?
Do you have to pass them?
Maybe like, or I don't know. I mean, the logistics,
See,
but like, you know, maybe if you go to the hospital and you give birth to your baby before they hand you the baby, you have to pass this quiz.
ooh, I don't know.
Like,
And the
like, it's
reason
like
I
super
say
What
easy
that,
happens
stuff.
if they
Like,
don't
do you?
hand you the baby?
Is
Like,
that
then
not a
it's like
test?
kidnapping?
I don't know. That's not my
how
problem.
how many geniuses in the world have done incredible things because they had bad parents? Or how
Well, it's
many geniuses were
mostly
made
just
because they
like,
had
hey,
bad parents?
what side is the baby's mouth? Like, it's mostly just like, you know, making sure
Yeah.
the baby doesn't like choke to death,
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing. Not
Yeah.
necessarily like doing algebra.
How many shakes is safe for one baby?
Okay.
The correct answer is 1.
Yeah.
0.
Just 1 shake. All right,
Yeah.
that's it. That's
Okay,
all I got.
moving along. All right, I think this one is the lowest, next lowest. Will Ferrell isn't funny.
Mm.
Yeah, not on his own.
I
just,
think
like-
he's funny.
I just don't. Like, I don't think, like, I tolerate Elf because Christmas, but like the rest of them, it's just all the same jokes that he makes this over and over and again. He doesn't play multiple roles. Like, it's the same role. And he is made funny by the people around him and how they react, not because of anything that he's doing.
I
I
would
think
say
he's
Will
funny.
Ferrell is funny for about 30 minutes, and then I'm super fucking over it.
It works for me, but I get what you're saying. Like, I can
Yeah.
definitely, like, I can't criticize it because I can see it. And it, like, sometimes I do, like, I'm like, okay, this is the same shtick.
Well,
I
yeah.
just, there's just some movies, like kind of the ones I listed, like there's some movies that I grew up with where it's like, this is always going to be funny to me for nostalgia alone, not necessarily because he's funny himself.
Mm.
Yeah, I just
I think he's funny.
No. No.
You're
I
wrong.
could turn off any Will Ferrell movie at the halfway point, and if I don't, I feel like I wasted my time in the second half every time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I just feel that way about starting it in the first place.
Fair enough. He was funny in Barbie. Say that.
I didn't
Oh yeah,
watch
he was in
Barbie.
Barbie.
Oh, dude,
Barbie's
the Barbie
good.
movie is unironically amazing.
Huh?
It's so good.
All right.
Mm.
I'll have to check it out, I guess.
Hmm.
All right.
Maybe that's a hot
Um,
take.
If it's okay to eat one animal, it should be okay to eat all animals, including people. This is my
Wait.
hot take. This
Okay.
one I've
I'm
had.
I was
sorry.
all you had me in the first
No,
90%.
You had me in the first
I-
half.
Wrong. Wrong.
What the fuck?
I've had this hot take.
Oh.
This is
Your toe
it's
obsession just got a little weirder, dude. I'm just gonna say it.
it's a principle thing because I'm a hypocrite. I eat meat, right? But like, I think that we don't like it's strictly arbitrary. Why is it okay to eat pigs that are by far one of the more intelligent mammals on Earth,
Huh.
but it's not okay to eat a dog? Or why is it okay? Like, why do we draw these arbitrary lines? I think that like all of these animals have a various levels of sentience, but they know they're alive. Like they like yeah, every animal has a form of sentience, and I don't understand why we draw the line that this one's okay, but this one's not. To include people, not saying I'm like would I eat a person, not necessarily, but I think if it's okay to eat
That's
one
good.
thing, we either eat all animals or we should eat none. Like if it's wrong
Wow.
to kill one, like if it's wrong to kill the dog, then it should be equally as wrong to kill a pig. And if it's okay to eat a pig, then it should be 100% just as okay to eat a dog. And I
But
think it's
people eat dogs in other parts of the world.
yeah, but like we look down on it.
Yeah, because there are pets here, but they don't look at
Yeah,
them like that over there.
people have pet pigs too. Same thing with like yeah.
Well,
I'm saying this is I mean the distinction, especially like the lines we draw as Americans, we draw very
well,
particular
yeah,
lines. Like
we do.
we tend to have a very narrow view of like what food is. But I think
Aren't
like
you saying
it
that
should be
we
all or nothing.
Okay, so let's say hypothetically speaking, now it is okay to I cannot eat humans. Are you because we don't just like go take people's pets and kill them and eat them like pet pigs or whatever. Like there are cattle raised for slaughter, pigs raised for slaughter. So are now you saying there are going to be people raised for slaughter?
I think it's totally up to us what we want to do with that. You know, if people want to
people are gonna
volunteer,
do that.
I think if people want to volunteer
What?
and be
I
like, I want
don't
to get
think.
eaten, or like that's the
Oh
thing. Like,
my!
why is it so grotesque to have a human factory farm when we have fucking like we put animals in
Human
the same
rights!
position?
Whoa.
It's if we put animals in the
Whoa.
same fucking position, man. Like
Whoa!
it's
Whoa.
if it's bad for one, it should be bad for everything.
We're
Like
the
it's
top dog on this earth.
that's what I'm saying though. It's like
All right,
we
PETA.
don't mind it. We don't mind it because we don't see it. But like I don't know. I think like again, I would you have a dog in front of you. Like I would not be
I'm not
comfortable like
eating my
and
dog.
no. I'm not just like drawing another comparison here, like right? Like I treat a human being with a certain amount of like baseline respect because it's a fellow human being, right? Like, and I
Sure.
take the same attitude with really any animal I interact with. Like any animal I interact with, I'm going to treat with the same amount of respect I would give a baseline respect I would give a human being. But
Oh
on
no.
again on like on a macro level, we don't do that. Like we have this category of animal that we are okay with just stacking them 18 stories high in like a dark cage, shitting on top of each other because we've determined that they're not worthy of like that like the same level of regard that you would give your dog.
But I don't think most people
Hmm.
are okay with that.
I mean,
No.
we participate. I guess this is the hypocritical part is like most people, if they saw
We may not.
food was farmed, we're
Yeah.
not okay with it, but we still participated in it every day.
Yeah, I'm still gonna
I
eat
mean,
a
some
steak
people
and
do,
bacon.
but like
Yeah,
I
it kind of
don't.
depends
Other
where you
stuff.
buy things.
Yeah.
Like I don't buy any meat at Walmart. I don't really shop at Walmart.
No.
I mean, I
I
think
get
Costco.
all of my meat from a butcher shop.
yeah, going to a butcher shop's good. Most restaurants will source their food from factory farms unless they specifically state otherwise.
Yeah.
But I mean, even just getting eggs.
I have chickens.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have chicken? That's cool. Yeah, you're in Hawaii. But
My parents have
anyways,
chickens.
I think like on a principle level, and I know I'm a hypocrite here, on a principle level, if it's okay to eat one animal, we need to be okay with doing it all. And if you're not okay with eating dogs, then you're a hypocrite for eating a cow.
They are
Damn.
That's my hot,
Well,
that's
okay,
my
like
hot
hang on.
take.
watchdogs.
Hang on, because I don't like. I would not be okay with killing pets. Period. But like, if you were like, they kill dogs in China, but they're not killing their pet dog to eat.
Yeah.
So like,
Right.
I don't have an issue fundamentally with them killing dogs to eat them.
It-
I would
yeah.
not kill a dog to eat it. I would also not kill a pet to eat it.
Yeah, but like
Right.
but there are people in the US that are like, well, those are dogs. You can't do that. And
No, I don't.
that's where I'm like, well, why? Same thing with like when you go to Japan. It's like people go to Japan and eat horse, and then you come back to the US and they're like, oh my God, you ate horse? Like that's disgusting.
Yeah,
It's like, why?
absolutely.
Why
I
is
mean,
that
they eat
disgusting?
horse in France too. Oui.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like
All over
like
Europe.
I just don't like the arbitrary lines because again, like if you think it's inhumane to eat a certain kind of animal, then it should be inhumane to eat all animals.
I don't think it's
But if you,
inhumane to eat animals.
but if you think it's
Do
I
think it's
love
inhumane to eat
animals.
humans.
So the question is, what part of the human would you eat first?
I imagine the thigh would probably be like the best potential. I think we wouldn't. Honestly, I don't think we'd be a great source.
The
The
shoulder
breast.
muscle.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the titty.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
It was just
the
funny to say.
booty.
Anyways,
Interesting
Can we
take.
stop talking about eating people?
My next one's a lot less tame. I mean, a lot more tame.
I was like, whoa, okay, I'm ready for this.
What's game?
I'm just kidding. Sorry, I meant to say more tame and less just came out of my mouth. And then I was like, wait. All right.
Goodness.
Snapchat sucks.
Yeah.
Preach.
Snapchat's
yeah, I mean,
dead.
is that a hot
Snapchat's
take?
dead.
Do people still use it really?
Yeah,
lot of
people
people
do
still
because
use
their
it.
stories are still on, but Snapchat's dead and it sucks. And I think it's the dumbest fucking app. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe you should just say the Snapchat always sucked because
The
it's fucking
notifications suck
stupid.
on Snapchat.
Yeah, and like because I don't really use my Snapchat anymore, like I keep getting the notifications and I'm like, just fuck off. I
Yeah.
just need to delete it because like I never use it. The only reason I haven't deleted it is because like I used to use it a lot.
Mhm.
And like I have a lot of funny videos on there that are like saved that are hilarious that I don't
Yeah.
want to get rid of, but maybe I should just save them all and then delete the app because it's just fucking stupid. Like I don't know. I think Snapchat sucked.
I
It
feel
did
like
always suck, honestly.
in 2025, the only thing that Snapchat is used for is nudes. I feel like.
I think it's always been that way. I think that's
Yeah,
like
it's
that's why it was popular in the
Always.
first place.
That's why, yeah, that's like how it started
Yeah,
because they disappear and then they're gone allegedly.
allegedly.
They're like,
not.
They're out there somewhere, but like
Fucking China's got
Yeah.
my Snapchats.
Well, I mean, if you read the small print, they say that they store everything and they have
Right.
access to
Yeah.
all of your stuff. So,
right.
and
So
it always has.
yeah, exactly.
A lot of freaky pics
Snapchat
out there.
sucks. All right, Marcus.
I'm gonna say, which way do I want to say this? I'll just say both. Chemical / hormonal birth control is awful for
This
you.
is so valid. This is so valid.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Awful,
that's also pretty like universally recognized, right?
It's
Like,
becoming like
No,
yeah,
well,
it's
it's
not.
starting to be, yeah, but it's not yet. It's still, you say
Yeah.
that in the wrong crowd, especially as a man, to saying that
Yep.
towards women. You are a sexist piece of shit who just wants to lock
Yeah.
up women in a basement and have them like be for breeding, and they
Have
never get to
babies
go
all the
outside.
time, yeah.
And you're like, that's.
Yep.
I'm just trying to say something positive for their health because that shit ain't good for you.
No, and like that the health impact is not significant enough for it to not be worth it because of all of the like quote unquote benefits it's brought to women. it is like I have gotten into like full on arguments with people about this.
Yeah. Sexual freedom has really empowered women in the last 40 years. They feel so much better today than they did, in 1950, I bet.
Even though our depression rates
And,
and anxiety rates are
it's
through
all
the roof.
because it's all because they just get to have sex for no worry at all. Yeah, that's why they feel so much better today. And there's another. It's I don't know if it's trending. It's just something I've heard of quite a bit, like over the last couple of years, listening to podcasts. Is people like men getting birth controlled? That is like they meet their partner. I've never heard this connection made, but I'm making it myself. And I'll tell you what it is in a second. But getting birth control is you meet a partner and as a man, you meet a woman who is on birth control, and hormonal birth control tricks the body into thinking it's pregnant, so it can't get pregnant again.
It's not attracted to like.
Yeah, and so the women's brains are attracted to different, essentially pheromones, based on, well, one, their cycle, and two, whether they are pregnant or not pregnant. And so pre-pregnancy is your immune system and your like health is different than mine. And so that's good because we will make a better baby. We will make a stronger baby because our immune systems are different. During pregnancy, women are just like hormonally attracted to men that are more like them because that's now a safety thing. I don't want outside dangerous bacteria, viruses, whatever coming near me.
Mm-hmm.
So I like men that are chemically the same. So if you meet a woman who's attracted to you while they're on birth control, no one's proven it. I mean, science rarely proves anything, but the connections are there, and there's some number greater than 10. I don't know what the number is. Big research studies been done that women have different tastes in men. So if you're on birth control and meet a man, and then you get married and decide to have kids and get off birth control, there's a very high chance you are no longer attracted to your mate as the female. And your whole relationship falls apart. And you probably have a bunch of guilt and shame about not being attracted to them anymore long enough to have the baby. And now you have a baby together, and now it gets dragged out even longer. And then it still falls apart, and it's really bad for everyone.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's fucked
That's
up.
weird. That's interesting. Just because, like, I feel like most of the people, like at least in my personal experience, if the subject comes up, there's just like an acknowledgement of like, yeah, I know it's not great for me, but like I wanted to do it for this reason or this reason. Like a lot of people I've met or again talked to have been like, it's not like a permanent thing. It's more of like a temporary solution, especially like the everyday pill.
Yeah.
Like most people I meet now have like the IUDs or that kind of thing, which I know
Yeah,
is still
so, like-
chemical, but
Yeah, it has hormones in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The only
there's not
one
been enough long-term studies on the copper IUDs to really
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
they do.
the copper one is the only one
don't know
that
if there's
doesn't have
been-
hormones.
I don't know if there's been any long-term studies on the effects of birth control in general, because I feel like it's really ramped up in the past 20 to 30 years. And like, yeah, our generation, unfortunately, like women, when it's time to go to the lady doctor, like they
The first
try
thing
to
I
give
ask
it to you. Yeah, exactly. Like, and that's just how the culture has become. So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, like learning about the effects of it, because you're like, oh shit, that's wild.
Well, and they're like so concerned. Like it's so funny. Every time I go, they're like, "Are you sure you don't want to go on birth control?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure." And they're like, "But are you? Like, do you know what that could cause?" And I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yes."
and I'm fine. Yeah, yeah. Same here.
It's great.
Same thing.
Yeah, and they start pushing it to like 12-year-old girls that have pimples,
Yep.
and you're like,
Right.
Jesus Christ, stop it.
Right. Yeah, and that's just what it's become.
Awful.
So-
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have one that's not like that. Cake
Yes, I
Oh,
agree.
what?
sucks.
What, you don't like
Okay.
tres leches?
Preach.
No,
Cake in
okay.
general,
No,
it's just like
there's
cake.
exceptions.
It's just mid. Like it's such a mid dessert.
It's usually
Like-
dry in the middle. It's no.
I think
why
that's the
my cake's
problem.
Soaking wet.
And like there's a difference between it having like the right amount of moisture and being like wet bread, but like it is so few and far between to find a cake that
Is
is
perfect.
good that it's just not worth it ever.
Hmm
Yeah, it's.
I totally agree.
My old job, I used to eat a lot of wedding cake, and 9 times out of 10, it was not good.
Yeah,
Yeah, cake is usually disappointing.
that's why wedding pie.
Yeah, wedding pie or like cupcakes usually. Like I don't know,
Yeah,
because cakes usually they
cupcakes.
sit for a really long
Cupcakes are
time.
like-
They dry out really easy.
Hmm
Yeah, I
and
still
then
just-
if you, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was like, I still just don't even like cupcakes.
Yeah, no, it's not as good as a good like piece of pie or even like a pastry.
Now, if you get yourself like a German
cream.
chocolate cake with like, oh, okay, that's pretty good shit right there. But I think it's the coconutty icing that makes that shit good.
Yeah,
Now, I have had good cake in my life, but again, it's few and far between. I've never had a pie that's let me down.
well, like I feel like if
Yeah.
when a cake is good, it's like wow, nothing can beat this. Which is like tres leches is on my list,
Mhm.
but I like a cake's not a. I guess tiramisu is kind of a cake, but
Yeah, kind of.
like
It's a
Cakes-
dessert
cakes-
casserole.
a cake isn't a guaranteed home run. Like I feel like
Right.
I approach cake with suspicion typically.
No, I
Yeah.
feel like cake is like 99 times out of 100 not good.
It's
Yeah.
just not, or at best, not worth the calories.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Costco cake. I don't like whenever
Yeah.
we do something at work
No,
and
if
there's a
it's bought
Costco
from a-
cake.
Nope.
I'll still
Yeah.
eat it.
I'm not even gonna. I
That,
won't.
But
that
it's not
frosting,
great.
man, gives me a stomach ache every time. I never
So-
learned my
Bad.
lesson.
That's the other thing too, is I'm not a frosting lover.
Yeah.
Uh,
There are
my-
some that are good.
my dessert is overrated thing actually kind of started from the same place as cake sucks. It was that brownies are overrated. And so
Mm,
Wow.
brownies and cake
I like brownies.
disgusted me the moment I made it for the first time myself and I saw how much canola oil goes in it. And I was like, holy shit, I might as well be drinking a literal cup of canola oil. That's foul. And that was before I knew anything about seed oils and how shitty it is. It was just like that
Yeah.
much oil is disgusting. Gross.
Olive oil.
Doesn't bother
brownies.
me.
Ugh. Yeah.
With all this, the pre-mixed cakes use a lot of canola, but when you make it fresh, it usually it's not as oily as your typical
Mhm.
powder bag.
Try
but
mix, yeah.
But even
Yeah.
like again, even like scratch made cakes, it's it's a toss up whether or not it's actually going to be worth your time.
Yep.
Yeah. Yuck. Definitely yuck that yum.
All right,
Right.
for the palate cleanser.
Yeah, no kidding.
No.
Oh.
Bacon is overrated, and then I'm
No.
gonna guess it's used to cover up bad recipes. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I
I-
agree with that.
I'll agree with that. Yeah, but
Bacon,
but
like
it's
so,
not
like,
overrated.
Let me put my 20-second case. Bacon is overrated, overused, and is usually not the best part. Is either not the best part or is the worst part of any dish that it's on.
It's
just
never the
lazy.
showcase. It's never the
It's never.
showcase.
It's usually like it's the worst.
It's the
thing.
enhancer.
Like man, this pasta would have been amazing if they didn't put fucking bacon on top of it. Or it's like, oh, they just put bacon on this because this sucks, and like they wanted to cover up their mistakes, and then you put something salty on it. I don't have anything against bacon as like a food. I just think it's like way overrated, and like people put it on way too much shit.
I
And
kind of feel that way about avocados.
It never actually elevates
Ooh,
anything.
no.
Avocados, I would agree as well. Although I do love a good piece of avocado toast.
Me too. Me too. Avocado toast is great, but then when you're over here slapping avocado on top of crap, and it's like, like
when
avocado doesn't have
or
like
avocado on a burger,
big.
It doesn't help.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. I agree.
Put a
with
fried
that.
egg on a burger. Holy shit! Put a fried egg
yeah,
on
that's
anything,
good.
then it becomes good. That's fried egg is the antithesis of bacon, where
Yeah.
you put a fried egg on anything and it's good.
I can't say bacon's overrated because I love it, but I do agree that it's used to cover up bad recipes. 100%. Totally agree.
Yeah, I
That's
like
a
bacon
good take.
I like bacon on its own. I just think people way
Oh, yeah.
overvalue it.
Yeah. All right. My last one. Hot beach is no good. And what I mean by this is like it's already a goddamn 95-100 degree day, and you have to pack up your shit to go to the beach, and you're already fucking sweaty. Now you're sweaty and sandy, and the water's not even refreshing. And then you go back out and you just bake in the sun, and everything's so sandy. And then you get home and you either have to immediately jump in the pool or the shower because everything's all sandy. And you have to fucking rinse everything off, your umbrella, your chairs you took with you. Everything has fucking sand all over it. Oh, it pisses me off, man. And like I really like going to the beach if it's like every once in a while it's great. Yeah, no, I do. But like beach days, like
I agree
man,
with you.
they're really, it's really just a pain in the, like it turns into more work, I feel like, than it does relaxation.
Yeah.
Or disagree. Could not disagree more. Well, I don't know what beach you're going to, where the water's not refreshing, or that like the air coming off the
Florida.
water is not cool. Is not cooling.
The
you, but,
Oregon
like,
coast.
No, the Oregon coast. It's like it's never like
Well,
I don't
that's
feel
why
like
I
the
said a
heat is
hot
ever
beach.
overbearing.
Yeah, that's why I said a hot beach.
But like,
water
what
is
beach
never refreshing.
Are you talking about like Florida?
Well, the water just, it hurts because it's so cold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's the Oregon.
Oh, it's so
thing.
good. That's so good.
No,
That hurt is like. ugh.
I know, I love it though. Like you get
Oh.
and then you get acclimated to it, and like I don't know that I
And then
cannot
you get
disagree more.
hypothermia. It's great.
Fucking
That's why I specifically said a hot beach. Like it's just a hot ass muggy day. Like like in Florida. I've actually experienced this in Hawaii too.
Yeah.
And then everything's fucking sandy, and you're just like, God damn it. And then there's sand all
the
over.
sand here like sticks to you. It's not like the
Yeah, it's very
sand
rocky
on the end where like
sand.
you can just rinse it off. It like genuinely for days.
Yeah. And there's there's sand everywhere. Like I have a beach bag that I'll take with me, and it like zips up. Somehow every time there's sand on the shit that's in my bag, even though I kept the bag like zipped and only grabbed a couple things out of it. But like, and trust me, I really like going to the beach. I really do. Like, especially if it's like a sunset type thing. But like when you're packing up all your shit, I guess it's just because with my family, when we go to the beach, we take way too much shit, like huge umbrella or a tent, bunch of chairs, and it just turns into like it turns into a goat rope. There we go. Full circle.
I feel like my whole family, we go to the beach all the time growing up, but I mean,
California is different.
Maybe so. You're just saying Florida sucks. That's the root cause here.
No, I do love
Florida.
Florida. I do love Florida, but like sometimes a beach day is just not refreshing, especially when the Gulf of Mexico feels like a bath. The Gulf of Mexico is like 92 degrees, and you're like, fuck. I came in this water to get cooled off, and then it's not cool. And you're like, well, damn it.
Wild.
Anywho, a hot
That was like
beach
going to
day.
the beach in the UAE was terrible.
Similar? Yeah. I bet. It's humid as fuck there.
And you just get absolutely roasted.
Oh, I
Yeah.
miss this one. It's been roasted in the Middle East.
All right, that's mine.
It's a good one. I concur. I've been to the beach
same.
probably a total of like on average 2 times a year, and one of those is 4th of July every year since I lived here at the beach.
That's fun.
I don't enjoy it.
I do like the beach though, is what I'm saying. Like it's a very specific,
And it's just-
shitty, hot.
You love the
like-
beach. You like the beach. You just don't love it in sickness and in health.
Right,
It's not
exactly.
unconditional love.
When the conditions are just right.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus.
All right, my turn,
No.
and it is the vegetables are
Oh,
completely
so good,
unnecessary.
though.
Now, if you
That's
enjoy eating,
valid.
if you enjoy eating them, good for you,
Vitamins.
and you should eat them. But
Yeah, what about
Think-
natural vitamins?
Yeah, vitamins.
You can
dude.
technically get them all from organs.
you don't even need the organs.
Like it's
There's
like a good
plenty
source of
of-
carbohydrates too.
You don't need those either, and you're probably healthier if you don't. Now, if you enjoy them and you can handle them, eat them. Eat them all you want. That's great. There's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't make them necessary.
Your food takes are just absolutely
Yeah.
crazy.
I will
Yeah.
gladly take a blood test to look at my health versus a normal person who thinks vegetables are necessary health, and I bet my whole life on it that my numbers are better. That's my arrogance, and that's fine.
But
But
is your cholesterol through the roof?
we don't understand anything about cholesterol, and we think we do, and probably, and that's
I mean,
fine.
you're gonna fight me on anything I say right now. So
Yeah.
It's like weather.
Well, the thing is, you can't really fight. Like, what are you going to fight on it? There's the old school of thought, which is that cholesterol high equals bad, and lots of new research
Yeah.
says that's not true. But we
Yep.
don't know what it means, so we don't know what anything means.
Wait, have you
And
So-
seen
then
the?
in 5 years, there's gonna be new research that says no, actually, that's not true. It's like it's literally anything. It's like, hey,
Sure.
it's this way, and then someone will be like, no,
I
it
just
isn't.
try to eat
Sure.
well balanced meals, which includes vegetables.
You should
veggies are good.
eat.
Like the taste
You
of
should eat.
veggies.
Yeah,
Veggies
you should
fresh.
eat whatever makes you feel good, and I can tell you, not eating carbs and vegetables makes me feel 1,000 times better. And
Yeah.
there's a bunch of new studies over the last 5 years or so that okay, so the big one is always they talk about vitamin C deficiency, so getting whatever the pirates used to always get,
Scurvy.
scurvy. Yeah. So turns out that vitamin C
Berg.
and
Sorry.
glucose, which carbs turn into glucose, like blood sugar.
Mhm.
The part of the cell membrane that takes the blood or the blood sugar and transports it. So the enzyme that transports glucose, blood sugar, to the cells is the same transporter that transports vitamin C. So when you have high amounts of blood sugar from carbs, you need your number of transporters doesn't go up. So now vitamin C and your essentially carbs are fighting for the transporter to get to your cells, which means you have to get way more vitamin C into your diet so that it can compete and has a higher likelihood. It's kind of like first come, first serve. But if you don't have a whole bunch of carbs that you're eating all the time, all those transporters are open. So you need a significant, like 1,000-fold less of vitamin C per day if you're not eating a bunch of carbs. So, and I'm living proof because I would have scurvy by now, and I haven't taken a vitamin C supplement in God knows how long. Plus, meat has way more of those vitamins than any vegetable does. It's
That's true.
Yeah, but if it's okay to eat the meat, then you got to be okay with eating people.
Yep. Well,
Oh,
you're the first one, Bobby. I'm eating you first.
Come
Come here. Come here, little boy.
Come get me, but
Give me your toes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Now, if you like vegetables, eat them all you want. If you don't feel terrible eating this stuff, it's fine. Just it's fine. No big deal. But
I'm not gonna get scurvy.
But if you eat them because you're terrified that you're going to die from being malnutritioned or like some sort
That's
of
not why I eat them.
Taste.
that's great. A lot of people every time they're like, I talk about eating a lot of meat and they're like, well, you're gonna die. No, I'm not. And in fact, I'm probably way healthier than you are. So don't talk to me about it. See you later.
Those
Go
people
away.
are also the people buying their meat from
Yeah.
Walmart. So
Yeah. And believing in the fucking food pyramid still. So
yeah, yep. Anyway, this
Anyway.
feels, I don't know, mid. Water.
Has
Is-
taste.
No,
What?
water is overrated.
What?
Oh, like what? In
The
what
hell?
sense?
Like drinking
drinking.
water?
Yeah,
Like flavor?
Like enjoyment, or you mean like for life? Like, what do you?
Oh.
like
Okay.
you're like you know what?
Alright.
Hydration's a lie.
Okay, here's the thing: is that like I can't tell you the last time that I drank like just water.
I'm drinking just
I-
water right now.
Yeah, I'm drinking just
Yeah.
water, a gallon a day
get,
every day.
like my hydration intake from like fruits, veggies. I do a lot of tea. But like just straight water sucks. It tastes bad. Or it doesn't taste like
It
anything
has
at
no
all.
taste.
Well, some of them do, like for sure, like the mineral
Yes.
waters and stuff. And I just like no.
Well, yeah.
But like
I
filtered
like it.
water, also it is like not effective from like a hydration standpoint. It's actually one of the least effective ways of staying hydrated from like electrolyte standpoint. I think it's dumb. I hate it. And I think it's unnecessary for like human survival from a just drinking straight water standpoint. I think there's more enjoyable ways of doing it. Granted, I understand it's necessary for like plants to grow and things like that, but yeah. From like drinking
Damn.
water, nah.
Wow.
I gotta say, I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that to be your.
Same.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I drink.
I mean,
I
like,
drink a
I get
lot
what
of
you're
water.
saying. Like, there's plenty of good sources for electrolytes and hydration. Like, I don't think if you just drink water alone, like that's going to be enough for your body. But just saying straight up, like, nah.
Fuck
Like,
water.
I fuck water just in
Literally.
general. Isn't
Literally.
it's crazy.
That is crazy. I drink so much water every day. I'm on like I'm on like
Oh,
probably like
drink-
80 ounces so far.
I drink
today.
I drink like a gallon a day.
Actually,
Wanna know
more
how
than
much
80
water I have had
ounces.
today? Literally 0 ounces of water.
That's
Unless you count the water
insane.
that's in my
That
coffee.
is that's honestly like impressive that you managed
I
to
drink
avoid
plain
it.
water all the time.
No.
It's
I drink
crazy.
like I had half a watermelon.
It's a lot of water.
Nah.
That is a lot of water.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm intaking water and like electrolytes and good sugars and stuff. But
I
like,
feel like you're just drinking water with like a lot of extra steps in between.
no, I see because now I'm
Like,
also
I don't
eating.
drink
I'm
wa-
actually at fewer steps because I'm also getting food at the same
Do you
time.
take water on a hike with you?
I take
She
like an
takes half a
electrolyte.
watermelon with her.
Yeah. Or
Sorry,
cucumbers.
sorry guys, I need to
Cucumbers are
recharge.
great. Cucumbers are phenomenal for that.
They're great.
Just saying.
That's the
Celery
idea that
sticks?
you have your hiking backpack filled with watermelon wedges, and you're like, "Sorry guys, I gotta take a sip," and you just
Gotta
pull out
go.
you pull out a triangle and just
Way
start
more
smacking.
effective.
Oh,
Damn. Yeah, I don't know if I definitely don't agree with that, but that's okay. That's what hot takes
that's
are.
why it's a hot take.
I said it.
Yeah.
I think it's my hottest take. I don't think it's the hottest take on the board, but
I don't know. I would think it's the hottest take on the board. You
Yeah, I
need
think-
water.
I think Bobby takes the cake for the
Yeah.
hottest.
Yeah.
I'm not
And-
saying-
and
I'm not
cake
saying I
sucks.
would want to eat people. I just think on principle we
He's a
should like.
cannibal.
Let's stop drawing lines where like it's just
Alright,
they're just
Dahmer.
arbitrary.
Yeah,
Arbitrary
new call
lines.
sign
Love
coming
Dahmer.
up. He's the human chef.
Hannibal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying we draw arbitrary lines, and I think it's dumb. Anyway, if I had
All
more, if I
right.
had more, if I had more discipline, I'd be a vegan.
I have no discipline.
And you
All right.
have
Yeah, neither do I.
terrible health.
All right. Well, I think that wraps up the topics.
Right on time.
Pena and
Yeah.
Soraya, do you guys have the topic for the next guest?
Oh fuck.
Nice. Way to go.
It could be
If
anything.
you could eat people, who would you eat first?
Worst.
No, that's a
clothing
terrible.
item. Worst clothing item.
Worst clothing item?
Yeah.
Or
What,
just
what do you- what do you
clothing item
mean?
hate the most? Like when you see people wearing it, you're like, that's stupid.
okay.
I don't know. I'm going off the cuff here.
Yeah, sure. I
Okay.
hate when people wear fedoras. Anyway,
Cereal.
Milady.
Honestly, that's out. Someone wearing a fedora is like an immediate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's a
Or
good
like
one.
pants- or people wearing pants that are too baggy. You
Yeah.
know, like you just look at them
Oh,
and you're
like
like,
the
okay,
parachute pants?
yeah, you're trying
Parachute
too
pants
hard
are
right now.
fine.
Listen,
Yeah,
you
that are
just,
types of cereal.
All
you
right,
just hurt
that's
a lot
pretty
of
good.
generations.
I think
That's
Yeah, it's
fine.
okay.
And
I think we're
cultures.
gonna roll. I think we're gonna roll with least favorite clothing items. I think
That's a
that's
good
gonna
one.
be funny. All right. Does anyone else have anything?
Love being here with you guys.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Miss you guys.
Heck yeah, it's fun. I like having
I
more
miss
people
you
on
too.
here. It's definitely fun.
It's a good amount of
Yeah.
spice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it.
definitely. I like the differing opinions. As always, thank you everyone for listening. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to get in the comments.
I won't.
Yeah, perfect. And don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, share.
What's it like
this
having your whole
podcast.
listener base on the show?
Pretty cool.
Whoa. You're never coming
It's
back
pretty
for that one.
cool. No, it's fine.
We do this for Olivia and I, so we're having fun.
True.
Fuck
That's
everyone
true.
else.
All right, y'all. Well, it's 10:02 and I have work tomorrow,
Cool.
so
Yeah.
I gotta skedaddle
Bye.
on to bed. But
Okay, bye.
Thanks.
wait, what do you guys do? I gotta still end the podcast.
Hurry up.
We're saying bye to the audience.
Oh,
I'm saying goodbye to myself right now.
okay. All right, everyone. Until next time.
PTFN.
Bye.
See ya.